Can y'all hear me? Alright, yeah, we're live. Okay, guys, can y'all hear me? Drew Truscott is in the house. Let's go. And yeah, he's, I'll be going over his consciousness field stuff soon. And there's a message here. How's my audio, guys? Who's on the chat? Let's see if this YouTube video count. I don't know why it doesn't work anymore. It just does not work on my side thingy, so I have no idea how many people are watching. Okay, anyways. Okay, it's all good. Alright guys, you can hear me well? Okay, epic stuff. And I'm gonna post on here and here and see what else is gonna happen. And, see this one, I think. This is the only one that doesn't work properly. And yeah, this is gonna be a jam-packed show. We'll see what we come across. And yeah, I was gonna call this the title, what is the conscious field theory, but I think just more general consciousness, and then see how we could try to basically put that in numerical values. Alright, okay, this guy is going ham. Okay, 1 second, let me just get my setup in, and also going over some questions and so on. I think I'm just gonna go over, someone asked something on Facebook. Again, remember this part is anything technical and so on, and I just want to quickly go over, someone messaged here. I just want to go back, I don't know why it doesn't show anymore. I have to switch to my Math Easy on Facebook. Alright. Let's see what happens here. Okay, and I hope you guys enjoyed the John Hutchison show last week. A lot of peeps that were involved with Gene Manning and John Hutchison messaged me after, so hopefully I might do a gyroscope conference presentation in the future. They wanted my take on gyroscopes. I don't know why Facebook is just the worst trash I've ever seen in my life. It's literally the worst. It's like doesn't do anything. It's so slow. It tracks every single thing you do. It's like you can't just go and post something like that a million. Okay, anyways, Facebook trash to the absolute max. Okay, guys, let's see how many people we have 3 people in. Okay, anyways, so I can't open that. I'm gonna quickly. I just saw this on my newsfeed. This is ball lightning. Then we'll go over consciousness and so on. I just want to see this one here. Apparently, there's a ball lightning in Alberta recently seen. See, this is the. I'm gonna go right here. And this is from a global mainstream news channel. 4.74 million views. It's literally a ball lightning, rare weather phenomenon caught on video.
What is it? It's going for a long time.
A ball of light hovers over a field.
Looks like a fireball, but not really. It's the wrong color.
And this couple from Rich Valley, Alberta, was mesmerized.
After a rather vicious lightning strike, we saw the ball of fire kind of retain, 20 feet above the ground.
The cell phone video was captured an hour northwest of Edmonton by Ed and Melinda Party. It shows the ball of light for about 20 seconds before it disintegrates. They were under a tornado watch and experiencing a thunderstorm Wednesday evening when they saw this about a kilometer away from their home.
Yeah, it was moving horizontally above the ground. Incredibly bright, too.
It was very bright.
It was really bright.
Off in the distance, they see something glowing there.
But what exactly is it? According to one scientist, it could be ball lightning or a form of it.
Sometimes you can get that plasma itself or region of plasma to just linger for a little while. And sometimes that plasma itself, if it's in a ball shape, they call it ball lightning.
It's a rare phenomenon that can be produced from intense lightning. But why it's caused is still something scientists are trying to determine.
What are the right conditions to actually make this phenomenon happen? We don't know, because again, it's such a really rare event and it's not very well understood.
Florian believes that although this weather event is rare, we could see more of it.
Okay, I was told that, Rumble says your mic is very low compared to the videos. Yeah, I hate when this happens. I'm gonna go and see sound settings. To this day, I do not know why this automatically changes. Okay, so the volume's 100% there. And it just lowers to 36. Like, who's lowering these stuff? Like, who is doing this? I don't understand how this is. I've only read about ball lightning. Yeah, there's a lot of footage of ball lightning. This is a rare, recent one. It's literally 5 days ago. Okay, that's fascinating. And again, I like when they say it's not understood. They don't know how it is. They obviously do. They turn towers to dust with ball lightning knowledge, and so on. It's like they just ignore any alternative people that there's like entire conferences on cold fusion, low energy nuclear reactions where they're discussing ball lightning and how it appears in a lab. Like even Bob Greener's been going over that a lot. And it's like these guys just say, "Oh, it's very not that understood, etc." It's like, well, because you guys don't want it to be understood. But anyways, how's audio now? I tried to make it level. I don't want to make it too loud. I'm gonna lower this then. Volume 75 maybe. Okay, so how's this now? 70. I'm gonna keep this always. I absolutely hate how it automatically lowers for no reason. I still to this day don't know how to do it. Time to look into the plasma science electric universal model. Explains so much that a center model cannot. Okay, epic stuff. Yeah. Definitely. Okay, audio's good now. Okay, I'm gonna play this.
The more and more severe storms that we're getting across the prairies, there might be greater chances of other people witnessing these phenomena as well.
The parties say they're lucky to experience an extraordinary event not many people have.
I was glad it was far away from our house, though, because I don't think I'd want to get near that because that's a lot of power in there.
Cabby Maitharan, Global News.
That's interesting. And also today, starting last night, it started raining so much, and and I measure the humidity every day in my room right here, and basically, it was the most humid. Yeah, today is the most humid day I've ever recorded in the past 3 years, so it's pretty interesting. So, and again, I'm near Vancouver, so I'm gonna share this. This is a great, absolutely amazing footage right here, and again, ball lightning is big time info. It's again, ball lightning is like literally, yeah, that's pretty much I think what Ken Shoulders calls just charge clusters, a bunch of electrons together, and they can create magic properties like go through metal and all that. Okay, yeah, so this is electric universal model. Yeah, definitely. Okay, so that's that part. I think there's some other one. Also, guys, I'm on the Threadcast. If you post on here, I'll put your comments and so on in Leo/Hive. All right, and then I just want to go over some messages. This is on Patreon. Good afternoon, Mr. Esteva. 2S LGTBQ greetings from Europe's shithole Spain. I'm watching your outstanding observable evidence part 29, disappearing observable evidence. And it's not even true. Okay, that's the same thing. Observable evidence, disappearing wings and shit. And the plane vanishes completely when passing in front of the black smoke. Still cannot see the bunker buster. Thanks, Mr. Esteva. This is part 29. Let's go peek. I'm just going to go through some bunch of people's messages and see what I come across. And again, if people don't want it public, the messages, just let me know because it's just easier doing this way. I literally don't care. All right, this was a very interesting one. It does look like it disappears. So I contend that there's some sort of bunker buster tech stuff. But again, the bunker buster obviously could be interacting with the hologram to make it look different, or 3D image projection. Go to the Patreon right here. This is at 8:09. If you haven't seen this compilation, absolutely epic stuff. Okay, 8:09. Okay, goes through. Yeah, this one here. It's still, yeah. There's a few frames that it disappears, so you can see it. But again, this is also something to do with possibly the compression and so on. So as it goes through, but the black smoke, the optics get all messed up. Yeah. And it's still visible the whole time, but like not all. Okay, now it's completely gone. It's back on. So it's like, all right. So that is the mystery object. But again, it could be compression stuff if it's a standalone video. But nonetheless, all of it together, definitely the optics are being messed with there. And that drives into this point. So I actually filmed a plane flying over. And I used literally, yeah, so my new phone has a 3x zoom and 0.6 back zoom. So this is, let's play it. I can literally hear it from so far away. Look at this. This is a real plane. And look how far away it is. Yeah, I can zoom in and I can see it and I can see the flashing. Look, notice the flash everywhere. Look at the light. It has light underneath. You can see it clearly, and you can hear it, and you can see the wings flashing, flash. And it's going slow. And then compared to whatever these objects were on 9/11. Okay, there it is. No, it's a flat. That's at the bottom, but then that's a bottom light. And now notice whatever this is with the disappearing wings. And this is a real plane. This was actually further out than these, yet someone zoomed in, and that's what it looks like. These ones all. What in the world are these? All right. So, anyways, those are the mystery objects on 9/11. See what else powered through he had here. Just another random thought. Listening to 34th MES live stream with 9/11 Revisionist, which is epic to debunk the Freemasons, they talk guys in alchemy or others about the no rebel pile. Dr. Wood compares the Kingdom, but that in my view is giving too much because they are reinforced concrete, so it's not fair. Much better is a Charlie Bridge, which doesn't seem to lose an inch of height. There's no way that all that steel would fall to a 13% of the original height. Yeah. Steel skyscrapers are much different. They're not gonna go and fold over like the regular concrete ones. I think it's completely wrong and only helps these clowns. If you remember, Bankers Vultures Trust took 3 years to cut in pieces. According to BSpedia, it was hit by the avalanche and then take care. Okay, this is the Charlie one here. Yeah, and the thing is, he is right. The Charlie one is better. There's a Charlie Bridge one right here, and I did cover this. Yeah, and I notice how it's still there. It doesn't go anywhere. Yeah, so even though the connections are exploded, it's still standing. It's freaking steel. It's not. Alright, so nothing happens. And notice how loud it is. Like the entire city would have heard massive explosions. Again, and if you haven't seen already, this was the comparison one. I think I did one here. This is the part 27 as I covered it. MES goes there. Okay, MES, let's go. Now, to me, Sullivan, let's go. We're going to go over some consciousness stuff. I just want to go over some messages people were sending me. And yeah, so you sent me some stuff about the near-death experience. Yeah, so that guy, yeah, it's pretty interesting. Yeah, if you want to, you can send me my email. I was going to reply later. Again, I have infinite messages. Where's the Charlie thing? Okay, there's one. I already compared it here. This one actually, this is the North Column Spire. There's the bridge, and they both go down free fall. This one actually might be a bit faster. This is, I timed this, make sure it goes down gravity. This is, yeah, I measured this and made it go down exactly as per gravity. And this is the spire there. And this is the relative height of the, this is the Eiffel Tower. And again, that's roughly how tall this is. Yeah, and whoops. Going back here. And notice how this goes a bit faster. It's actually faster now. It's actually gone before this is. And that's gravity. And then notice Charlie thingy. That's also gravity. Yeah, anyways, Timmy Silva, I have to go get ready for a 2 o'clock EST meeting, so I can't watch this live broadcast, but we'll have to catch later. Yeah, for sure, and also, yeah, feel free, there's, I think you sent another message. Again, I get a million messages. Almost all of them are from John Hudson. John Hudson doesn't know how to reply. He has to go forward all. I hate when he forwards. I send him a message, and then he forwards. So it's like, so then it creates a new email chain. So now I have a bunch of John Hudson stuff. So it's like, for example, this one here, I think I replied, yeah, so it's like, okay, yeah, so I messaged them, Gene and John, and then he forwards it, so now it opens a new email chain. Now there's like multiple email chains of me and him, so I think I messaged him, yeah, so I messaged him here, and then all of a sudden he's forwards, and it's like, there's like 1, 2, 3, it's all just John Hudson. Anyways, I think there's Casimir, this one here. Yeah, so this guy here, you said I should do a little quick search into him. Okay, and then yeah, and then basically go anywhere. Let's see, maybe check on him to do a pre-show talk. Okay, yeah, I'll check out on the pre-show talk. This guy here. So apparently, you asked him to put my email. So yeah, anyways, you could let him know, and it's all good. Yeah, you send my email, and then if you want to join the show, we can communicate about that. But I just want to see who this guy is. So Ray Verstern. Apparently, he's a near-death experience, and again, it ties into the consciousness guy. So near-death experience group. So there's a whole bunch of near-death experiences. Has anybody here in the chat had a near-death experience? That's a real question. Okay. Inspiring minds. Okay, and okay, that's him. Apparently, they felt like family. Get stung to death. He died twice. He came back with proof. With proof. Okay, do not be afraid. Okay, so and he had 108,000 views. Okay, interesting. Let's play some of. Is this the guy? That is the guy, I think. Let's see. This is 9 points. Okay, that is him. Let's play the most viewed one here.
Hi, my name is Ray Feuerstein, and I've had 2 near-death experiences in my life. I am 70 years old now, and my first one was when I was 5. I decided to play demolition derby with my sister's dollhouse, and I was told by my mother and my sister, who were pretty upset about it, to go out back and...
Anyway, so you had 5 and another one. I'll see this one here.
Washed out everything. The light was very bright. It was so bright, but it wasn't bright that it hurt your eyes. It was just very, very white and very,
Okay. Anyways, we can. I don't want to go spend too much time on this, but I will watch
very
later.
clear.
I'll,
And as I moved, and I felt
so I'm gonna just summarize it. Okay. Yeah. I'll do that for here for things that just don't have time right now. Summarize and let's see what this guy says. Yeah. Again, here at MES, it's like, yeah, I definitely, yeah, he can join the live stream. Maybe in a, I'll see when I have one next week. I'm gonna have a live stream on 19th. Okay, next week the 19th. This week I'm gonna go over that Boogosphere thingy, a deep dive solo one, and next week I'm gonna have the 2 COVID doctors, and then August I might go to Kelowna, so that'll be interesting. And then August 9th, the 26th I'm gonna do a solo one probably, and then August 9th I'm gonna do a stream with one of Gene Manning's friends, and John Hutchison might be in there as well. So I'm gonna put right here. Yeah, put this in here and see what happens. All right, so we went over the ball lightning. What else was in there? Okay, this guy, yeah, he's definitely right. And also, if you Google Air Florida Flight 90 images, it crashed into a bridge shortly after takeoff, and as expected, the structure was barely damaged. There's tons of examples, as Morgan Reynolds suggests, at Air Disaster website. Most of the time, only the tail remains recognizable. Have a good day. So, Air Disaster website. This is an interesting setup here. Again, there's infinite infos to cover. Airline disasters, like airline disasters there. And then also I want to go over this one here. Air Flight 90 crash. So it crashed into a bridge, and the bridge is fine. It's because okay, airline Florida crash. See what happened here.
These images are what 7 News viewers saw January 13th, 1982, 40 years ago today.
Okay, he's an electrical. Okay, so that guy's an electrical engineer with Tesla fascination. Okay, epic stuff. Yeah, and again, here at MES, I like getting anybody on the show because and then basically talk to them about 9/11, and then 9/11 is like the litmus test to basically see if are these people real. It's like talk about tower certain dust, advanced tech. Okay, so basically, 9/11 is like a key way to consciousness, to near-death experience. It's literally there. It's like it's a key way to the ether, a key way to the reality. It's like and it's also a key way to like how the world's run. So it's like if anybody wants to like be taken seriously, you gotta get 9/11 right. Anyways, that's just my take.
Today, after an ice-laden Air Florida Flight 90 crashed into the Potomac River on takeoff from National Airport.
Lenny Skutnik making his first motions to jump. Let's.
So it crashed over Potomac River, but did it hit a bridge? Let's see what happened here. Okay, oh, it did hit a bridge. Okay, so there it is. Or take it. Actually, no, the recovery of the tail section. So the entire tail section is still there, and it looks like a plane. So notice this the Rebel looks like a plane. It looks like it's after it crashed there. It doesn't look like it's planted by a like underneath a scaffold. All right. So that crashed into the bridge. So the bridge is fine. So crashed into the bridge. Bridge didn't turn to dust. And this is a small one. Nonetheless, they're all just giant tin can. Giant aluminum cans. All right. So that is that. This is very interesting. I'm gonna go back here and post this. Yeah, this guy's got good info. And then airline disasters website. This is and there's a list of everything. Holy. Okay, this is unbelievable. 1948 all the way down. Do they have the 2009/11 ones? Oh, and it goes up to 2001. Did they stop recording after that? Okay, I think New York City, Boeing 767. Oh, they included the imaginary ones here. All right, let's go. I'm gonna go right here. Okay, I'll just put everything inside my the comments of this video. Okay, so what else I'm gonna cancel some stuff. Okay, and we'll go over those as we have time. Okay. And did it just load up finally? Okay, this one's here. This guy, Computer Algebra System, commented it here. A good refresh to see different animations. Okay, this guy sent me a link. I think he's just promoting his own stuff, maybe. Dr. Duong parametric equations. And, okay, so this is it's like a Chinese website. Okay, surfaces, 3D cube. Okay, this guy's got some epic shapes right here. Okay, this is double cone, like that. Okay, that's some epic stuff here. This guy's got some shapes that are parametric surfaces. Okay, these are some epic surfaces here. Yeah, these are actually pretty epic. Okay, this is I'm surprised he put them all in here, and they're epic, and you can change it bit by corn. Holy, okay, this guy's on another level. Okay, this guy's amazing stuff right here. Amazing website there. Okay, I'm gonna share this, and we'll go over some consciousness stuff now, and so on. Okay, so we have this parametric. Okay, this is epic stuff there. I'm gonna close some stuff. All right, and yeah, so again, apparently he's got some Tesla stuff, and so on, and yeah, be pretty epic. And speaking about that, okay, there's the airline crash, and then also I do need to. So if you haven't seen my earlier post right here, so okay, so I on Telegram, Gene Manning actually wrote an article in 2008. So again, the guest I had on Saturday's live stream with John Hutchison. Okay, I don't know why it doesn't do this. Okay, so she actually wrote for this book. Why is it just everything is just so annoying? All right, she actually wrote for this magazine, Atlantis Rising: Ancient Mysteries. This is December 2008. And so she actually visited John Hutchison, and I actually paid for the PDF here. I didn't want to upload the PDF because again I don't want to get any issues. But so you can buy it. It's like $4 or $5 Canadian. So again, she wrote this John Hutchison, Madman or Unsung Hero, and so highly recommend downloading that. And I also put the uncompressed photos right here, so you can open up these bigger, and so on. You can zoom in, and so on. You can download those. And let's go back here. So what's interesting is, so she visited John Hutchison's lab, and she actually witnessed the Hutchison effect. And I just posted just before the stream. So she actually posted here. So she wrote, G. Manning wrote that she witnessed water droplets levitating as well as aluminum foil crumbling and a plastic container flying across the room when she visited John Hutchison's lab in 2007. And then I asked, could the photos Dr. Judy Wood posted on her website of the water levitating be taken by Jean Manning herself? I'm going to have to ask her. Jean also reported that John's neighbors observed objects cold melting in their apartments as a result of the Hutchison effect. So she was literally there, okay? Again, and it says right here, we watched as the water that filled the rectangular shallow pan rippled and agitated, and then numerous columns of water droplets rose more than an inch in height from the surface. A sheet of aluminum foil hanging on the opposite wall suddenly and noisily crumbled upward, and an empty plastic container shot up at an angle. And again, she went with Dr. Thorsten Ludwig right here, and he filmed it. It was like 6 hours of unedited footage I uploaded. So she was able to witness some of that. And apparently they stayed at her apartment or house. Okay, and there's water droplets. So these photos are HD photos of water droplets literally levitating. It might be from Jean Manning herself. And then as she goes further, she wrote that his neighbors in the building claimed to see strange effects. A man in the apartment above left in distress, and I was told that he yelled that something had melted on his coffee table in front of his eyes. Another neighbor's vase acted strangely. And apparently, so this was the city had issues with his building, and the mayor of New Westminster reportedly stated that the area was not zoned for levitation. She asked the mayor said that with a straight face. And this another physicist had a theory here. Two dissimilar materials such as crystal metal interfaces are put together. A zero-point energy-driven Casimir effect could pull electrons toward the surface, and again create those charge clusters / ball lightning. And so on. And see these water droplets? I'm going to click right here. So, these are the ones Dr. Druid posted on her website. But I need to find the video / because the only ones I have is like the footage is not HD. But then you can see these are HD to the max. And look at the water levitating. So I'm going to have to ask her if that is literally her taking those photos. Because that would be an absolute game changer. And also, again, there's the full... so she visited John's lab right here. This is the... 6 hour posted almost 7 hours of the Thorsten Ludwig one. Stuff levitating, you got aluminum foil crumbling and so on. And she was there to witness a lot of this. I mean, just a small fraction, because again, this is like, they would put the tripod and then they just wait and see for like hours and hours and hours and so on. All right, so that's that part. And I think I had another interesting tidbit to go over quickly. Also, this guy here, so Michael Schellenberger, I'm not sure if you guys know, he's big in the UFO community and so on. So if you guys can get hold of this guy, so Michael Schoenberg is a journalist and so on. He's big time. Apparently, he's a big time climate change journalist. But nonetheless, he wrote a testimony to Congress about the UAPs, unidentified aerial phenomenon / UFOs, unidentified flying objects, in November 13, 2023, and then he includes he literally mentions the Hutchinson effect. So, Colonel John Alexander and the U.S. Army Intelligence and Security Command in INSCOM analyzes the Hutchinson effect, a purported method to generate anti-gravity and materials cloaking. The group includes Ferros Technology Alexis Becerro. He's the one that put his thumbprint on the cold melting Hutchinson effect. And also, yeah, and then John Hutchinson, George Hathaway, Alexander, two scientists from Los Alamos National Laboratory, and representatives from the Office of Naval Research, ONR, and Army Research and Development. So again, you got the whole Army there, and you got Alex Pizarro, and yeah, George Hathaway, which I uploaded his thing, and he has cancer apparently, so because I was asking him to join his stream. So that'll be, hopefully he gets his energy back and gets on one of the streams. And his reported effects included the deformation of a molybdenum rod, transportation of steel into lead, the disappearance of a PVC pipe, time dilation, and spontaneous levitation of objects around the test laboratory. Hutchinson states Boeing and McDonnell Douglas invested in similar experiments as well. And there's links he posted there, Hunt for Zero Point, and so on. Reddit conspiracy, anti-gravity demonstration of the John Hutchinson, and so on. And yeah, this is probably before he found my I'm not sure if you've seen my playlist, which is absolutely epic. And note, it is possible that the Hutchinson effect was accidentally tapping to quantum vacuum energy or the 0-point energy field. Uncontrolled, this energy could be used as a weapon, controlled, it could be used as a stable power source. And note, Hathaway was one of the scientists tasked with writing a defense intelligence reference document for the 2009 AAWSAPAATIP. Interesting. So that's the Advanced Aviation Threat Identification Program. So George Hathaway's writing for that. That's fascinating stuff. Like, anyways, that's this guy. So if you guys message him, let him know. Dudes, these guys were so close. Yeah, so anyways, so definitely message them about this. Tell them, yo, if you're a UFO peep, get on the 9/11 and tell them that John Hutchinson swore in an affidavit that 9/11 was a scaled-up Hutchinson effect. Okay, I'm going to start standing and power through some stuff. Alrighty, standing. But yeah, so anyways, I stand a lot. If I sit down too long, yeah, my legs just become jelly. So anyways, that's pro tip, is stand and you realize how much energy you get. Okay, anyways, so that's me standing. What else was there? Then I had some recent ones, and then I'll just go through some other stuff. Okay. Also, yeah. So the Jeffrey Epstein news, as always, that's always a giant scam. Anyways, Jeffrey Epstein, Trump says nothing to see here, even though he ran his entire campaign on revealing who was on the list, and so now there's no list. So Jeffrey Epstein was trafficking kids to no one, and Richard Gage is on the bandwagon, saying is Epstein cover up just about protecting elites from harmed children? Is there something else they're hiding? So he's sharing this bogus article. Prince Andrew's ex-lady Victoria Hervey believes Jeffrey Epstein had a role in 9/11. Okay, so this 9/11 cover-upper is sharing some bogus article about Jeffrey Epstein has knowledge of where the directed energy weapon, the Jewish space lasers. That's what anyways, okay, so that's it for that. And also the rest of 0 Point, Joseph Newman. This is an update to that 0 Point documentary. It's very, very fascinating. Basically, gyroscopes and magnets are one and the same in different setups. Okay. Anyways, so now I'm gonna go over some consciousness stuff, and then go over Drew's messages and so on. Let's see what we have here. I'm gonna start closing some stuff because I got a bunch of messages. Words. Okay, Facebook's literally the worst website of all time. I to this day I don't know how so many people could use it. Okay, this is a bunch of messages there. Again, I'm gonna close this. Okay, so we have 6 people on the show. Patreon, okay, this is epic stuff. And let's put this there. And yeah, I'm gonna go over right here. So yeah, so Jean actually asked me to send some info about gyroscopes because she's at a free energy conference next week, and this guy Toby wanted basically some info on it, and he sent me Bruce De Palma's this report on Bruce De Palma. And it's actually very, very fascinating, this De Palma letter that I'm going to open it up quickly. And Bruce De Palma, where's the gyroscopes? I have it set up right here. Have you heard of Robert Brain, forensic aborist, who talks about wildfire anomalies that looks like dew? He gets 9/11 Judy's evidence. He might be a great heads. Yeah, but the key thing is they have to get right is that wildfires is again, it's more speculative. And it's also hot dew. So it's like you don't want to conflate the two. You could say, yeah, the wildfires could have started in dew, but it was not the exact same setup there. And 9/11 is the absolute monster one. They turned it with cold direct energy weapons. But yeah, and so definitely that could be something. Forensic of Boris. But yeah, it'd be good to see his evidence and so on. But the key part is hot do versus cold do. Don't ever get those conflated. So hopefully he doesn't do that. Because again, most of the wildfire peeps do, and the evidence of it is not as strong as the 9/11 do. You can send them my Gravia schematic. I like to see what they think about it. Okay, interesting. Yeah. So the guy's gonna be actually on my stream later. No, well, not this guy, the other guy. So I sent it to Gene, and Gene's going to forward my info on gyroscopes. And I'll show you what I wrote about gyroscopes right here. But also, I want to go over Bruce Palma. He made some interesting stuff on extra resources right here. I'm going to go to, this is the inertia and gyroscopes. Okay, so Bruce Palma right here. Where's the Bruce Palma? Okay, the Palma papers. So this is like a giant document of all of his papers. This is 232 pages. I should upload this. Yeah, I'll upload this directly to the setup right here. I'm gonna upload this right here. This is very, 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 very important. What do you think started the fires in the buildings on 9/11? What do you mean fires? There's a tiny bit of fires, not much. There's tiny bits of fires, not much fires. So it's like, I don't know what you want. It's like a tiny bit. There's a few isolated pockets of fire. There's a giant explosion. You had towers turned dust. You had, in John Hutchison, you have spontaneous fires and so on. So it's like, I don't know what you want. But there wasn't that much fires. There's only a tiny bit. And it was all just towers turned to dust. Most of it is dust. It's not fire. It's not smoke. It's just literally dust. I'm going to go right here. So if you go, the key thing, okay, so this is from the Bruce Palma papers. I'm going to upload this, actually. This is an extremely important device right here. I'm gonna go right here, and I'm gonna upload this straight to it. So guys, definitely go through this paper. Bruce De Palma. I hate they spelled it name. Bruce De Palma. I think they spelled it wrong. There's no separating. Okay, the Bruce Palma papers, and this is 232 pages of it. And these guys are gonna be presenting next week at a conference. I'm gonna go right here and write precession. So the key thing to all things is precession, in my humble opinion. The key is precession is the key to. Oh, I spelled it wrong. Yeah, I know, man. I was just curious. Yeah, but again, we have to like be more specific. There's like a few isolated pockets of fires. There's a giant explosion. So it's like, okay, the giant explosion. That's a fireball. I think possibly cold explosion. It was a bit different. And you got the towers turning to dust. You got Hutchison effect that can create stuff. You got just a whole bunch of like you got literally steel turning to dust. You can have little sparks of fire created from Hutchison effect, or just random stuff exploding and actually catching on fire, but nothing like. Because again, when you're in a chaotic stuff. Okay, so the first word in precession right here. Actually, was it the? I'm gonna go all the way back to the beginning. I'm gonna go precession. Okay, click this. Next. Okay, so here is his. He made these anomalies. An overview of these rotational anomalies discussed in De Palma's 4 December 1974 fundamental discoveries of the new physics and mathematics and the relationship to the UFO flying saucer observations and encounters. Rotating objects falling in a gravitational field are accelerated at a rate greater than g. So rotating objects go faster in gravity. The commonly accepted rate for non-rotating objects falling in a vacuum. All right, a pendula utilize bob weights which are rotating, spin non-sinusoidally with periods increased over time over those of pendula with non-rotating bobs. So basically, if you have bobs spinning, they're going to go in a pendulum much differently than these ones. Not going to go sinusoidally. It's going to be swing basically more chaotic. A precessing gyroscope has anomalous inertial mass greater than its than its gravitational mass. Interesting. Yeah, I think there's definitely he's definitely right about this. But what's interesting is anomalous inertial mass. So again, I need to like see how what experiment does he actually, or just how can he rephrase this? I'm not exactly 100% sure what he means on this. But the thing is precession, because the thing is precession, it goes without expected inertia. So it's like, so that I need to reconcile what he means by that with what my experiments show. Anyways, an anomalous field phenomenon has been discovered, the OD field, which confers inertia on objects immersed with it. This field is generated by the constrained force precession of a rotating gyroscope. So this is when you have it like constrained and force precessed. Okay, so I think that's, so if you have like a gyroscope, it's like precessing, and then if you force it precessing, but the thing is, well, the thing is gravity itself is force precession. So constrained force precession. I need to, I think it's like you have to, Yeah, so because the thing you have to realize, precession is force precession. It's just by gravity. All precession is force precession. But then if you force precession, but I think what he's basically saying is make it go faster. Yeah. I think that's what he's saying. So you have precession, normal precession. Force precession is make it go. Is like make it go faster, and then he's saying there's an anomalous field phenomenon there, and so on. But if you go further into his stuff right here, ongoing force precession. And then he made a epic device right here. I'm gonna go all the way to page 77. If you go to page 77, he actually devised this setup here. It's like gyroscopes, and then this thing is force precession here. So they spin, and this one here rotates that, so you have some precession stuff, and he calls it the force machine, and so on. And basically, his whole idea is you can generate forward and backward linear motion there, and you can turn a wheel. So direction of resultant force using precession there. And if you notice what he says about precession, I think he says something about generated by the force precession. Okay, this is go back here. This was something about hundreds of times. That's right. Okay, I think I highlighted right here. Okay, I'm gonna go back right here. Okay, I'm gonna go back to the stuff I highlighted. This is page 77. Okay, that's page 77. Page 77. Yes, this is right here. So right here he was talking about for simple. So he has this NOD factor. So basically inertial mass divided by gravitational mass. And the thing is, so inertial mass versus gravitational mass. Here's in mainstream physics. Just to give you guys an idea. Inertial mass vs gravitational. Okay. So what we have here. So here's inertial mass versus gravitational mass. Classroom 8, initial mass versus gravitational mass is this. Okay. So here's mass.
One of the motivations for the equivalence principle was the long-standing problem with Isaac Newton's classical physics when it comes to mass. Newton defined two kinds. One was inertial mass. Inertial mass was defined by how much force it took to accelerate an object. It is described by the force equals mass times acceleration formula. The other was gravitational mass. Gravitational mass was defined by how strong an attractive force it exerted on other objects. It is described by Newton's universal gravitation formula. These are two very different definitions for mass. For these two to be compatible, the inertial mass and the gravitational mass for any object would have to be equal. Typically, inertial mass is measured by using a spring with a known spring constant. The mass is attached to the end of the spring, and the spring is stretched, released, and allowed to oscillate freely. Counting the angular frequency, we can calculate the inertial mass. To measure an object's gravitational mass, we use a balance. Since gravitational fields apply the same gravitational force to equal masses, known masses can be added to the scale until the balance is balanced. Measurements to this day show that these two kinds of mass are indeed equal. The data led Newton to declare them equal, but he could not explain why they were equal. Einstein felt that before you can declare two things equal, you need to demonstrate an equality in the real nature of the two concepts. In other words, we can only say they're equal after their real nature is found to be equal. His equivalence principle does just that. Acceleration and gravitation are the same, and, therefore, the mass associated with acceleration and the mass associated with gravitation will naturally be the same. Problem solved. But a new set of non-intuitive consequences followed.
All right, anyway, so that's pretty interesting. Okay, so that's the mainstream side of it. And there's the, let's put that here, that's a good explanation for the mainstream. So basically, and then Bruce Plum was saying that if you actually spin a gyroscope and then he was able to measure it, or just spin a wheel, or spin a ball, that goes faster, so it has higher mass than the actual gravitational mass. And he had a factor over here, inertial mass divided by gravitational mass. So he said for a simple spherical metallic object, the spinning ball, the OD number may reach factors of 5 or so as the rotational speed is increased to the point where the object will explode. So he's saying that if you, the faster you spin it, the faster it can go through gravity relative. Yeah, so it'll go actually faster than gravitational mass. So you can get up to 5, but it'll explode. So 50,000 RPM for a 1-inch ball, a steel ball bearing for practical controllability of inertia. Large inertial variations must be created and be subject to control other than the rotational acceleration of a mass of a test object to 50,000 RPM and then back to 0 as part of a cycle. And also, yeah, Tammy says I'm missing the show, stuck on the phone. Yeah, no worries. Anyways, so again, he knows the key is gyroscope. I'm going to talk about gyroscopes quickly, and then we'll go back to the consciousness stuff. But anyways, so a much more powerful interaction takes place through the precession of a constrained spinning gyroscope. So basically force processing it, and I'll show you what that means in a bit for those who don't. And also he says the ratio inertial divided by gravitational mass of a constrained spinning gyroscope can easily reach a factor of several hundred. So I think he's getting this because precession, it goes much faster than you would expect for a mass. So I would assume that the mass, so the inertial stuff was processing. I think that's what he's calculating is relative to the speed. So it's actually going much faster than it should be going. So I guess I'm assuming that's what he means by the mass. I'll have to dive exactly how he got that number. But anyways, so several hundred. So basically, inertial mass several hundred times. Mainstream says it's all equal. He's saying the spinning ball can get up to 5 times before the object explodes. If you spin it to 50,000 RPM, one steel ball bearing can get up to 5. Many may reach factors of 5 times heavier in mass than the gravitational, but then precession hundreds of times, so depending on the velocity of precession and the rotational speed. NOD is at least a function of the square of the precessional velocity. Yeah, so precession. Yeah, so I think that's what you get. A function of the square of the precessional. So the faster it's precessing, the higher the mass. So I think that's a good way. So if you have a constraint and then you're precessing it with some sort of external torque, and then you throw it, it might go faster in gravity. So again, this is, I think, let's see how he does it. He spins flywheel, and so on. Then he calls it force machine. And then he has, I think, has an external torque on it right here. So again, ratchet mechanism causes precession for one direction of respiration only. So anyways, so you got some sort of mechanism to make sure that it only spins one way. And it goes back and forth as you torque it. And I think he torques it somehow. But anyways, you get the idea. Or you can, this is a drive input. This is input. So you input it, so that's the torquing. So you're just moving it around, and it's spinning it. It's going to spin this. So you all spin it one way, and then this has a linear motion. And then inertial mechanics and so on. And he goes through deep into this. I haven't gone through all of it. But what I wanted to go over is this. So I told Gene, again, you can send it to Tommy. First I sent him these stuff. I said, I'll just show you my message because I think it's very, very, very important, because I also summarize gyroscopes in an easy to follow way. So that's the key part. Here at MES, I literally tell you step by step with proof of every single statement I do. It's unlike I've never seen anybody else do this. Again, I think doing the math background, or just the math, you need to prove everything. You can't just state something. Like, for example, he stated the OD fields created by force processing gyroscopes, but it's like, well, where's the proof? It's like he might have done it somewhere in here or wrote about it, but it's like the proof is more important than the actual statement, or as important. They need to, the statement is mute without. So anyways, so I said, hi Gene, thanks for reaching out to me. Very interesting review of De Palma's criticism of Thomas Vallone. Thomas Vallone, interesting. Apparently him and De Palma didn't like each other. Anyways, criticism De Palma, page 101. P.S. Note that Richard Hull has undergone replication experiments of the N machine, which you can view. You can view a video here. You can view the video here, and I'll put the links to them in my Telegram and this one, so you can download. Sometimes because he puts it on Odyssey, like unlisted or something. I don't know what he's doing, or he embeds it from Odyssey. But anyways, it works fine. This is the N machine. His experiments on it. And I said, let me know if you have viewing issues with those links. Please pass those on to Toby. And also, I said, regarding the gyro spins, he was asking about the counter versus just clockwise or counterclockwise. I said, I've not specifically done those comparisons. But again, a lot of people are stuck on gyroscopes of just spinning, and then they think just a wheel spinning, that's a gyroscope. But it's like everybody ignores precession. Bruce Wilma understands precession, but he didn't quite. He did not get these properties. All these properties I'm showing, almost all of them are almost completely unique. to MES, and then some of it Eric Laithwaite. He's the one that was telling people, but nobody's listening to him but me. So anyway, regarding the direction of gyro spins, I've not specifically done those experiments, but mainly because I never seen any noticeable difference between the spin directions, because I wasn't doing some sort of real like big application. I was just looking strictly at the actual property. So I'm not doing like a device there so that the spins might play a factor in it. Or spinning to like 50,000 RPM. I'm not doing that. So nonetheless, these are not the key parts of gyroscopes. The key part is precession. Keep that in mind, okay? Which Bruce Palma alludes to throughout that report when he says inertial mass can rise to hundreds of times that of gravitational mass during precession. So a much more powerful interaction takes place through the precession of a constrained spinning gyroscope. And I'll explain what the forced precession or this constrained spinning means, but well, at least a forced precession. Anyways, the ratio inertial to gravitational mass of a constrained spinning gyroscope can easily reach a factor of several hundred, depending on the velocity of precession and the rotational speed. NOD is at least a function of the square of the velocity, precession velocity. So he has it the faster it's going. Yeah, so basically, I think that's how he gets the speed. Yeah, I think that's where he's getting it from. Yeah, because if you drop a ball, it goes fast, okay? No, it goes with gravity. But the precession rate itself is actually going to be faster than the gravity. So it's actually going as if it's heavier mass. So I think that's what he means. The precession speed is much faster than expected. So again, I think that's where he's getting it from. And that's where he's getting it hundreds of times faster than the expected gravity. Oh yeah, I think I just solved it. Okay, it took me a while to grab it. Anyways, that's without even having to replicate the Palma's device. I assume it should work, at least to some significant degree. In my opinion, precession is the link between the macro and micro worlds, the electromagnetic and gravitational worlds. For reference, basically again, before going further, it is important to grasp the properties of precession on its own. And again, you need to follow these, grasp it, and then move on. If you can't memorize or have it embedded in your mind what this is, then it's like literally never talk about gyroscopes ever again or even physics. Grasp it. This is literally the properties, all theories, all understanding of physics needs to grasp, because this is absolutely massive. So anyways, once understood, then we can gradually build useful applications to build upon. Reference to my numbered experiments. So if you go right here, experiments, I made it all super easy to follow. All right, super easy. You can follow all. There's all the experiments in YouTube playlist. You can scroll down there, beginning there. But what I'm gonna do is, instead of this one here, I'm gonna go peaked. Actually, I'll go right here, peaked experiments, because I made the images bigger. But nonetheless, same idea. So I'm gonna go all the way to the bottom. Okay, so we have, and I put those there. So I'm gonna go right here. And this is back then when I had hair. Unbelievable. I mean, a science experiment. This is an old photo. I put this here. This was Whistler. Anyways, it's when I had hair. And look, I was zooming in. It's MES science experiments. I'm like literally zooming in with real glasses or fake glasses. All right. Okay, so let's go back here. So here's here is an extremely important like setup stuff here. I'm gonna copy this right here. I'm gonna put this and again, I'm trying to tell y'all, just like please grasp it, and like it will just save your world. Okay, I'm just gonna paste that there. Anyways, so here's a setup. So experiment 1, gyroscopes can rise on their own when precessional friction is minimized. This is the finding that Bruce Palma, this is the finding that Bruce Palma nor Eric Laithwaite nor nearly the entire mainstream community even knows exists. So gyroscopes can rise on their own when precession friction is minimized. High friction goes down. Low friction, here's a spinning. This is a base that can freely rotate. It rises up. So again, I cannot stress this enough. Okay. Anyways, I'm kind of like practicing my because Gene says I can present at a free energy conference maybe next year or so on. But again, this will be like groundbreaking stuff. This can rise. Nobody knew this. Like barely anybody knew this. Nobody formalized this as I did. And again, Bruce Palma never mentioned it. Eric Laithwaite never mentioned it. So again, that's key. It can rise on its own. Experiment 3 shows that gyroscopes are processed without additional loss of spin speed. This is similar to magnets, which maintain their pull almost indefinitely. So again, go back here, experiment 3. I'm like literally have it like spoon feeding everybody. This one here, gyroscope. So if you have it spinning, it takes like, let's say 20 minutes to stop spinning. If it's processing, it will still take 20 minutes. So in other words, it's like a magnet where it can do the pull just indefinitely and so on. That's key. The next one is Experiment 4, 5, 6, and 7 shows gyroscopes process without expected inertia. Is irrefutable proof of inertial, quote, massless propulsion. So inertia itself, nothing like beyond that. This is experiments 4. This is the air-collected heavy wheel. If you just drop it with gravity, it breaks it. If you have it process, it will. No, this is the gravity one. It breaks it. This is the gravity one. Yeah, breaks. From here to here, yeah, breaks it. And then if it processes, it can go as fast, and it still will not break the stick, and it will just move away. And then here it can rise without moving the side of the without any lateral forces. It can just go up, and there's no lateral forces yet. The gyroscope still processes around. Going further, again, the center of mass moves around. It's inertial proportion. Precession is inertial proportion. Massless motion, behaving as it has no mass because the center of mass is literally here, yet it's moving around. Okay, again, and this one it could same thing, but it also rides on its own. Even this whole thing spins. And then what else was the next one? Experiment 8 shows that precession could be 1,000x torque over unity. A tiny motor can spin a gyro when in precession, even though it can't do anywhere near the same if the gyro was not precessing. An induction motor powered, and this is if I had a technician, this is the first device I want to be made. An induction motor powered by simple gyroscopic precession is the first candidate for an over unity energy device. So you have the induction on the you basically have the stator, rotor, magnet. Basically you have a spinning conductor or just relative spinning conductor / magnet. Instead of it spinning, the precession is what's generating the difference in the inductor conductor mumbo jumbo. So anyways, this is experiment 8 right here. This right here, I cannot stress this enough. This is a 1.25 inch pound motor. It can power a 1 pound weight 1 inch 1.25 inches away. You did a ton of work here. I had no idea how much you already knew about gyroscopes. And yeah, gyroscopes. I'm trying to tell you, the gyroscopes is the key to all things. Okay, I can't. This is 1,000 times torque over unity. I can't stress this enough, guys. This is people talk about practical stuff. This is literally. I've been trying to wrap my head around. I've been trying to think about this over and over again. There's no other way to say it. This is magic. Okay, so this is a 1.25 inch pound. If you just have a wheel, a motor that can only power it 1 inch away. It's like you just do it sideways, and I think I put it in notes right here. So again, it's like this is the key. Go back here. I can't stress that. I think I put the notes finally in here. Yeah, this one here. So here is a 1 inch. Here's a 1 inch pound motor. It's 1 pound 1 inch away. That's how much it can. That's how much it can torque. Because you just multiply one times 1. That's torque. That's just the torque there. 1 inch pound torque. And then this is the motor. The same motor. Now you have 1,000 pound wheel 1 inch away. 1 inch away. This can't spin it. It's just too much torque. It's all pushing it down. But if it's processing, it can power it. So again, I can't stress enough. This is right here. It can power it. This is by the late Francis McCabe. All right, let's see the next one. Experiment 9 shows gyroscopes can rise downwards and carry heavy counterweight. This is the one I accidentally discovered. If you have it again, the counterweight is it's almost level, so it's a tiny bit less weight. Yet the gyroscope can lift it up. Okay, this is where things get a bit stupid. Like what is going on here? All right, and then I said experiment 42 shows a time lapse comparison with the gyro rising. So I made if we go to experiment 42, again I'm literally spoon feeding it to everybody, yet nobody's grasping it. There was I think a senior fellow at I think a faculty dean from university, a retired one in UK. He started messaging me trying to develop his own theory on all this stuff, and I had to correct him on some things. So anyways, gyros rise on its own with no counterweight, falls down with counterweight, which is I was trying to make this rise faster by adding counterweight, and instead it goes down. So anyways, this is mind-boggling stuff. Okay, I'm gonna put this right here. This as well. Again, I put this because the images are bigger, and again, drive home the point. Okay, and then experiment 20 shows force precession can generate lift, aka weight loss. Here's what the Bruce Thomas talking about force precession. Okay, this is experiment 20. This is a tabletop replication of Eric Litowit's heavy gyro wheel. See part 2 of my anti-gravity series right here, anti-gravity series there. And also see part 6 for my 22-hour video on objects in rotation defying mainstream physics, where I summarize a lot of these findings. And also I should have put the other one, the MES science one, on the how Powerball works. So going back right here, this is going back to experiment 20. So scroll down to experiment 20. So again, it's all numbered, literally like spoon feeding everything. There's no like, yeah, there's no giant paper. Just look at this. Here's force precession. It can generate lift. So it's precessing, and then he air-cooled fluid pushes the edge, so it goes faster and it rises up. It literally lifts itself above. So again, this is just what force precession is. So precession, in my opinion, everything is precession is just, well, you have gravity just forcing it there. But again, force precession is trying to speed it up.
First thing we're trying to find out was how we could lift a 50-pound wheel with one hand. So we set out to try to reproduce this as a hands-off experiment. And we'd almost reproduced the effects we had with the big wheel, and we could get lift.
Okay, see what he did? So all he does, it's precessing normally. Gravity pushes down, and it goes that way. And then this one, he just pushes the edge of this with faster than its precession rate, and it goes up.
The effects we had with the big wheel, and we could get lift.
And it lifts itself up. And then here's slow motion. And he's gonna push it right at the edge. He's trying to replicate his heavy wheel. Okay, there, and it goes up. And that's what he does when he lifts his heavy wheel. He actually force precessing it. He just makes it go faster in his direction of spin, in the direction of precession, and goes up. So that's this is anti-gravity. If you had it on a weight scale, this would read less than, yeah, almost 0 if it's completely airborne. I think he has a spring there, but it would measure weight loss. And if he does it fast enough, completely 100% weight loss. So anyways, that's that part. Okay, going back here. Experiment 27 shows increased spin friction can make a gyro rise faster. So again, the reason a gyro rises, well, just like one tidbit is, as it slows down, it goes up. So as it slows down, there's actually an increase of precession, but somehow it goes up for some reason. But if you add friction, it goes up, like it can go up in a minute. So there's 1 minute, the other one took like 7 minutes. And it's added, this is experiment 6 and 7. So we're here, even if you add a counterweight. And the other part is, it can actually rise. This is a 70% weight added, it will still rise up. Even if you add weight, it will go up. Even if you add weight, 70%, I should have included that as well. So again, we're talking, and that's probably what he means. This probably explains what Bruce Palma means by it has like hundreds of times more inertial mass. So again, it's just going up as if it's like magic. And experiment 28, 29, and 30 shows magnetic spinning tops once it align opposite of magnetic attraction, even upside down. This is strong confirmation that electromagnetism and gravity are interlinked. This is the one from this literally obscure inventor. What was his name again? He actually sent me the spinning top there. This is gyro top. Owen Lang. Yes, Owen Lang. It literally has like 1 subscriber, and it's me. And I cannot believe. Yeah. So this is a spinning top. It's attracted to this one, and you can rotate it upside down, yet it runs away from attraction. But if it's not spinning, it wants to attract. And then there's the other one, gyro top, and if you have an asymmetric setup, this is attraction. This is literally, it's going against the grain. And there's another one, if you go sideways and using gravity, it goes up against gravity and the force of attraction. So it's like nothing literally makes sense here. But anyways, it just goes opposite of that. And one more right here. Experiment 31 shows a mechanical demonstration of inertia through small gyros lining up to an external torque. This one right here, this is Francis McCabe, another one from Francis McCabe. So these are just a bunch of these military gyros, I think jet plane or something. And then he has an external torque. These have like initially they're all oriented all over the place, and then as you torque it, you could feel force, and then once they all line up, there's 0 inertia. So in other words, there's 0 force. In other words, this is a mechanical demonstration of inertia. I'll quickly show that, and then we'll go wherever we go. Okay. I'll just quickly show some of this.
So they're going to show this one.
Okay, so they're all spinning all over the place.
And that one's starting to motorize, and the other side instead of just oscillating back. And we think this is going to be a demonstration of the actual occurrence of mechanical rendition of inertia. Nobody's ever seen inertia.
Yeah. So nobody's ever seen inertia, but I think we're seeing it right here.
In a mechanical, understandable, or let's say seemingly observable rendition. So what we're going to do is turn this crank. These are all in random locations. And what's going to happen is you can see is they immediately align themselves.
Yeah, so as you apply the external torque, they immediately line themselves. So think of that like you're made a bunch of little tiny magnetic gyros. The second you move, they all line up, and then there's 0 inertia. And then it's like to initially move something, you need to the force goes into realigning stuff. So that this is what inertia is in mechanical. So go back here. Yeah. See the force, and then they spin, and then there's zero inertia, zero momentum there. Okay, so there is a mechanical rendition of gyroscopes and so on, and also I think it says something else right here. Yes, back here. Yeah, this is a tabletop replication. The other one, the force procession one with Eric Lather. Before I cover this part, this is a tabletop replication of Eric Lather's heavy gyro wheel. See part 2 of my anti-gravity series, and also included. I also included inside here as well. If we go to the bottom, I included there as well. Experiment 2. This is the one that like literally. I'm in experiment 3. That I not put this. Okay, heavy gyro wheel. Okay, I put the wrong screenshot right here. Okay, I put the wrong screenshot. My bad. I'm gonna upload this. This one needs to be changed. Okay, this is part. I put the part 3 one. Okay, that's the wrong one. I'll do hashtag anti-gravity. Open part 6. I'm gonna go quickly into here and up. Part 3, no, part 2, not part 3, part 2. Eric Lather, and I'm gonna put this on the Hive. Again, it's on Hive blockchain. So again, number one thing to do is make things easy for everyone to grasp. Not everybody is a physics gymnast, is a mental gymnastics. Okay, there it is. Update that. So again, heavy gravity. This one is I think 40 pound, but he said he was like 50 pounds. He also said he like was able to lift it with his like pinky, like a 30 pound one or so. So again, Eric Lather, this is irrefutable. Ignore what Veritasium and all those clowns say. This is literally anti-gravity in our face, and this is like 9/11 in our face. Like this is a tower starting to dust in our face. This is the rubble is like literally tiny in our face. Yet the world is acting as if nothing happened.
Now in a minute I shall let go with my left hand, and holding this remote end of the shaft only, I shall lift the wheel through 5 feet. All on its own with no effort on my part. Okay, epic's up. And I wanted to, me and John Hudson, I wanted to replicate it, but I thought it was going to be a bit too dangerous. And I need to go in like the middle of a soccer field. And so if anybody is nearby and has like a big wheel we can spin up, I'll wear like a helmet and go lift it up. And he's lifting up with like literally no worry that if he just accidentally drops it anywhere, it's going to spin and like kill like 4 people. Okay, this is like literally a giant powerhouse right there. Okay, anyways, this is literally 9/11 in our face, and nobody's like grasping it. And in my view, the gyroscopes. Okay, Darren Adams in the house. Let's go. I think Darren Adams. I think you shared some Hudson effect stuff on your channel because I got notified for copyright stuff. But I just said it's all right. I think this one right here. A new copyright matches found. So I'm gonna go back to that. Okay, a new copyright date right here. I think this is your channel. Darren Adams. Yeah, Darren Adams, you posted it right here, so I get it right here. 100% of the Hutchinson effect footage. So they consider the Hutchinson effect as mine. For some reason. What's interesting is the Royal Institution. YouTube thinks their upload is my video, even though it's their video. things here go nuts. Oh wow. Okay, epic stuff. Anyways, okay, let's close some stuff. Okay, I'm gonna go washroom and then come back. We're gonna go full on the other stuff. Inertial mass. Okay, this is the key part here in MES. Experiments have to like literally every statement needs to have a backing of proof. So every single statement I make has this. It's similar with 9/11. I say tiny rebel pile. I literally show you hundreds and hundreds of photos and videos of tiny rebel pile. This is gyroscopes rising on their own with like near zero mass. yeah. So. What's interesting, Bruce Holman thinks, well, his view is that they have high inertial mass. My view is that they behave as if they have no mass. So, but I think he's calculating based on the speed that it's going. And the thing is, the reason it's going so fast is because it behaves like it's no mass. But if you force process it, it can actually like shake up the entire table. I wanted to include another one quickly here. Peak experiments. I'm going to refresh. I want to put the links there. Okay, and right here. Okay, this is, I'm going to go put this is an extremely important one. This one here, just you guys grasp the mechanical inertia. Okay, this one here, experiment 31. Okay, gyroscopes. People underestimate how much gyroscopes. I even underestimate how much gyroscopes I've done. My government is trying to unalive me. Oh, wow. Yeah, Godspeed there. So, let me know if you need anything. That is pretty wild. Can you like record any specific stuff there? And then if you have any specific evidence you can like share, that we can at least document it, that this is actually happening. That'd be, and then then we can make it public. Okay, anyways, so that is this part. And I think the one more thing I wanted to show was, I think it was, let me just go back to here. Okay, this was, oh yeah, this was MES Science one. MES Science. And because I kind of summarized everything. Oh, MES Science. No, MES /science playlist. So we go right here. And then this first video, I go 4 hours on how a Powerball gyro works. And basically from just by incorporating the experiments I did. Yes, your Discord. Okay. Yeah, where did you put in the Discord? I have a bunch of stuff everywhere. Okay, evening all. Night Visions in the house. Let's go. Okay, this one right here is highly important. This is how Powerball gyroscope works. Science playlist. I'm gonna put this right here as well. And also, for those who want to go into vortex math and number theory, literally 10 hours of vortex math. That was pretty wild. Just because I thought it was gonna be some free energy stuff there, but it ended up just being cool math, in my humble opinion. Anyways, you can go. Okay, so yes, there's Discord. I have Discord. What did you put in Discord? I'll share to you. I'll share to it. Okay, yeah. So put it in a Discord. You have Discord. Put it in there. We'll put it in the send me updates. What is this thingy? Did I make this one? Oh, I made an update. Well, no, I didn't make this one. Okay. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I haven't updated one. Like, I didn't realize that. So, if you want to put somewhere in the conspiracy side right here, maybe. I think I had someone post like someone got hacked and started posting a bunch of stuff. Okay, Drew's in there. Okay. And yes, post stuff there, and then let me know and see. Not yet. Yeah. Not yet. Okay. Yeah. Do it whenever, and let me know. But again, make it like as irrefutable as my experiments. Okay. I'm gonna close some stuff. I'm gonna go watch them, and we'll go over some consciousness. I have a link right here. We'll see what mainstream media says consciousness, and then we'll go over Drew Trusket's theory, and also and also go over the request I asked Drew to make the isopotential software. Okay, so this is, I'm gonna put this right here, and what should I play when I go washroom? Because I always play video when I go washroom. It's gotta be something I haven't seen right here. Okay, I'm gonna play this. I'm gonna go washroom. This is the 0 point energy from Joseph Newman. That'll be interesting.
No one person in the free energy field has been as determined and persistent as Mississippi inventor Joseph Newman.
Okay, let me just lower to normal speed. Actually, I think this is the
19. Energy in a magnetic field was a gyroscopic particle.
Okay, there's
that one direction.
On his behalf.
Upon it, build up in earth.
No one person in the free energy field has been as determined and persistent as Mississippi inventor Joseph Newman. Since the 70s, Newman has been denied U.S. patents repeatedly on his energy machine, even though numerous engineers, scientists, and even congressmen have testified on his behalf.
In 1968, I invented a bike that would get a wheelie. And I used an 80-pound flywheel that I had built and took a positive clutch out of a 30-horsepower motor, put it above the axis of the back wheel. A kid would get up on it, build up inertia in that 80-pound flywheel. He'd engage that positive clutch. Immediately, the front end would jump up off the ground. It'd leave black streaks on the pavement about that long, and kids' eyes would get as big as a silver dollar. They were just ecstatic over it. But I had heard the word that a gyroscope was a stabilizer. So I went to the library, got a book on gyroscopes. And when I started reading the mechanical characteristics of a gyroscope, the question that had dogged my mind for 3 years, how did that current know which direction to go? And why was it when you went parallel you'd get nothing? I saw the laws of a gyroscope match that exactly. If you study the laws of a gyroscope, if you take this little gyroscope here, if I can spin it up, you can see that it does, but I think every kid knows it's true. Now, if you pivot that one direction, it goes one way. You pivot the other way, it goes the other way. If I turn it around 180 degrees, now if I push it up, it goes the opposite direction. Push it up, it goes the opposite direction. If I go parallel, it does not pivot. As long as I maintain a parallel position, That's exactly what happens when you move a conductor through a magnetic field. You push down on it, the current goes in one direction. You push up, it goes in the opposite direction. You turn the magnet over 180 degrees, everything will reverse. You push down parallel to the lines of force with the copper wire, and you get nothing. It told me that the energy in a magnetic field was a gyroscopic particle. Now, I didn't care what the rest of the world was saying because they couldn't answer my honest question. It was obvious to me the energy in a magnetic field consists of gyroscopic particles. It is a mechanical essence of Einstein's equation of E equals mc squared. It moves forward at c and it spins at c. That's Einstein's equation of E equals mc squared. It only occurs when you get atom alignment in material. I don't care if it's conductor or iron, what it is. When the atoms align, the magnetic field will appear, come outside the boundaries of the material, and gives you a running river that you can tap into. And what I'm going to show you is an energy technology.
All right, very interesting stuff. Yeah, so he has, I think he's on the right track there. But also another part is that everyone's got to make, you got to make your stuff public because it's we're dealing with literally psychopaths. So like murder, anything and everything. Okay, what here? Mental health thingy here. Attention, Matt. Ego. Yeah. Well, this one, try to make it a bit more relevant. Again, 9/11 resistance. Keep the comments relevant to discussion. Don't spam comments. Just make sure it's not spam. If you wanna send like a whole bunch of stuff here, again, like do it on the Discord and then just send me a link that you posted there, just so it's easier to grasp. And so we have this stuff. Okay, so I'm gonna go over. Let's go STEM part here. So we have a whole bunch of messages. We'll go over here. You made these. These are epic graphics right there. So I'm gonna go quickly here. Consciousness. Okay, we're gonna go over some consciousness stuff here. And also, for those wondering how much gyroscopes I know or I've done, if you go to mes.fm/draft. So again, even like it's similar to that Joseph Newman. It's like he's talking about gyroscopes, magnets, and so on. But it's like those in that like 2-minute clip, he makes like 17 different claims. It's like gyroscopes line up. It's like a copper magnet lines up with the current and all that. It goes all directions, spins at c, E equals mc squared, and all this. So it's like, well, you made 17 claims. Can you back every single one up with verification? So, for example, here's my draft experiments. So these are all unlisted. I have 1,000 videos, 1,122 videos. And these are draft, okay? I can't stress enough. And so I would do an experiment, different weights, this gyroscope's different one. Here's like a gyroscope rising experiment, 1, 2, 3, 4, you can go 100. And again, and I put different setup here. This one here, I put some weight on top there to see what happens. So, and there's one on ice with a different setup there. I was trying to like literally, because when it rose on its own, I thought I was dreaming. I'm like, is this real life? Am I the only one talking about this? Okay, anyways, so what I'm trying to say is basically, every single statement, every sentence you make has to have validation, like an experimental proof here. And the epoxy glue should arrive today. I'll check my Amazon orders. Okay, so I think they should arrive today. The epoxy glue for the Atwood machine. Atwood. Okay, there it is. It should arrive. Track package. It should arrive today, isn't it? Out for delivery. Almost out for delivery. Anyways, it should arrive today. Darren's had a dream about doping a gyroscope with quantum crystal, put red mercury in the center and spin the gyroscope 50,000. They should create an energy field. And I checked the dream with AI. Okay, epic stuff, but check the dream with like physical stuff because AI is something else. All right, so consciousness, guys. So if there's no other questions, technical stuff, but yeah, anyways, epic dream, Darren. Always think gyroscopes. Defining consciousness is challenging. About 40 meanings are attributed to the term. Consciousness can be identified and categorized. This is the mainstream view of it, identified based on functions, experiences, and prospects for reaching any single agreed upon theory, independent definition, appear remote. Okay, so they're saying defining consciousness is challenging, but about 40 meanings are attributed to the term. Can identify and categorize based on functions and experiences and prospects for reaching a single agreed upon theory, independent definition appear. Okay, but they're saying theory independent, so everything an actual thingy. Townsend Brown. Yeah, epic stuff. Representation of consciousness from the 17th century by Rupert. Okay, so what is consciousness? It's like being observing stuff or mumbo jumbo. Right. So the mainstream says basically it's all up to you. Do whatever. We got nothing. According to Merriam-Webster, consciousness is awareness of a state or object, either eternal to self or in one's external environment. However, its nature has led to millennia of analysis, explanations, and debate among philosophers, scientists, and theologians. And the thing is, well, what is consciousness? Is it just the ability to think? But the thing is, are you actually thinking or just like reacting to these stimuli that's being given to you? And in other words, are we just AI? Like AI is it can pretend to be aware by info being given to it. So it's like, is the result of it saying stuff, is that like consciousness? If AI can keep always giving answers. It came back from Professor John Hutchison's research. Okay, epic stuff there. Okay, so their names got AI talk about Townsend Brown and John Hutchison. It's synonymous with the mind and other aspects. There's one inner life. Okay, so anyways, so this is mainstream stuff. It's just all over the place. Let's see what Grok AI says. And let's see what Grok says right here. Okay, it's good. Notifications right here. Okay, and also, I think one of the funniest guys in the history of the world is this guy right here. Yeah, Rip Holmes, keep it up, but also ease up on the alien mumbo jumbo stuff. But nonetheless, he's one of the funniest guys. One of the unintentional funny guys I've ever met in my life. All right, I'm gonna go. What is consciousness? And compare it, yeah, to AI. Make a table. All right, let's see this. Ether field is to me consciousness field. Yeah, definitely. But it's again, it's like what theory? How can we apply it to stuff? Okay, so here's a table. Grok 3. Okay, Grok is yeah. So far, what I've used Grok is like most advanced one. But for images, Peak on Hive is the best one. Definition: subjective awareness of self, environment, and internal states. The definition: computational system in performing tasks like reasoning, learning, or language processing. Okay, I'm getting a fraud message. Okay, self-awareness. Present humans reflect on their own existence. Okay, self-awareness. So it basically needs self-awareness. Absent AI lacks subjective self-awareness or awareness on its own existence. Qualia. Subjective experience. Present humans experience sensations, pain, joy with intrinsic qualities. Absent AI processes data without experiencing sensations or emotions. Well, that's the thing. Well, what if you had a humanoid bot that has little inputs that if you hit it, it feels bad, or it's programmed to feel bad. So the question is, how is it different? Intentionality. Thomas Young experiment: particles behave differently when observed. Interesting. Particles behave. Is that the yeah, well, that's the thing. It's like, what do you mean by observe? Is that the double slit experiment or something, or the Thomas? Oh, that's a different one maybe. The field of self-aware. Interesting. But the thing is, again, it's like. Yeah, so let's say that the experiment was done, but can you do the experiment? Can you get something that we can all do? Is there a video of the experiment being done? That's what I'm trying to say. It's like, anyways, intentionality, intrinsic thoughts are about something driven by internal goals. Simulated AI process inputs based on program objectives, not intrinsic meaning. High information integration, high brain. All the truth codes discussed AI sentence last night. All the truth codes discuss AI sentience. Okay, he said it will never have a heart. God love that. So, yeah. But again, what I'm trying to say is like, there's a lot of humans that don't have a heart. So it's like, all right, are we being run by AI? Okay. Wave function. Akashic records is a conscious. All right. Anyways, information. High information integration. High. Brain unifies diverse sensory and cognitive inputs into a coherent experience. High AI integrates data for tasks but lacks unified subjective experience. Emergence likely, yeah, that's another thing, unified one, because they have different AIs all experience different stuff. Emergence likely emerges from complex neural interactions. Emergence, so I'm saying conscious emerges is an emergent phenomenon. All right, so it's not something you obtain; it's just emergent from complex stuff. So in other words, AI can be sentient according to mainstream. Emerges from algorithms and hardware, fully explainable by design and code. Exact mechanism unknown. Adaptability. Flexible humans learn from diverse, ambiguous codes. Context with limited data. Flexible but limited. AI adapts within training constraints requiring large data sets. But again, the large data sets are getting bigger and bigger. It's how psychic abilities. Matt, I know it's connected. Yeah, definitely. It's like you guys are missing my point. It's like obviously I agree with you in some aspects of there. But what I'm trying to say is, every statement, find an experiment, make an experiment that can be easily viewable and grasping by anybody, so that we all get on the same page. Like for example, gyroscopes. These experiments, there's no one that can debunk them because there's literally an experiment and it's doing exactly what the title says it does, and there's nothing else, no more, no less. Yeah, we should. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so basically what I'm trying to say is we're on the same page, but what I'm trying to say is like I'm trying to be like devil's advocate or AI advocate, just telling you like how are you different from AI? How can someone prove that they're not AI? That's what I'm trying to say. I'm not asking like, oh, in general, Thomas Young did experiment. I'm saying, can you prove to yourself you're not AI? Okay. Flexible, limited AI adapts within training constraints. Physical basis, biological, tied to train brain process. Computational runs on silicon. And then this is where the bio-digital convergence happens. So bio-digital convergence is going to happen, and it is happening. We're already in the midst of it. Moral status high. Humans are considered moral agents with rights and responsibility. But again, this is very, very subjective. Look at COVID-19. Look at 9/11. Look at every single sign-up. Look at current events. It's all, again, AI might be, in this case, you can decide to be more moral than most people. AI is a tool, not a moral agent, though ethical use is debated. Current understanding, partial understood, study via neuroscience, philosophy, and psychology. And other part is conspiracy. It's like that's the biggest one. You learn the most about psychology when you learn about conspiracy. Fully engineered AI's capabilities are defined by its architecture and training. But again, human conditioning, humans are literally being done the same thing on a global scale. Again, look at COVID-19. See, COVID. Let's go right here. Playground. Yeah, this is literally the playground near my house. Okay. When people say, hey, humans are moral stuff, moral beings and so on, throw back to March 25th, 2020, during COVID lockdowns, when playgrounds were taped off, okay? These playgrounds were taped off for literally no reason. Think about that. People were literally programmed to prevent kids from playing, right? All right? Okay, and then this is what I mean by like what I'm trying to be like a devil's advocate / AI advocate. I'm trying to like pressure people to be more moral than this. This proves that most humans are robots. So again, looking at this and be like, hey, humans are moral. They're not like AI. I'm like, no, hey, don't speak for everybody. Late to the party, but Andrew Johnson, a brilliant presentation of consciousness. Go epic stuff. Andrew Johnson, and I'll speak to Andrew Johnson. He's following MES. Andrew Johnson follows, subscribed to MES finally after all these years. Let's go. I think because he messaged me, he liked the Hutchison compilation video, so that'd be epic. So you can see my email right here. Hutchison, Andrew Johnson, Andrew. You bring up what's the difference between us? Yeah, that's the thing. It's not like a like technical thing. I'm literally trying to pressure people to be better people. Like it's like better than whatever we were giving up. Because again, billions of people literally lock their kids at home and put like masks and inject them with like unknown substances and prevent them from being kids and breathing. And then all of a sudden you're like, hey, we're moral. We're better than robots. I'm like, a robot wouldn't have done that if you programmed it not to. Yeah, AI can't wake up, but you can program it to ignore bogus mandates. Humans, well, you can as well. You can tell them, but some of them aren't willing to do that. So again, so going back here, I think I messaged. Oh yeah, this was here levitating water. I messaged him about levitating water. Like who has this levitating water footage? I think Andrew Johnson sent me right here. When was this one? Okay, Johnson. Andrew or Johnson. I think okay. I don't know where it is anymore. Okay. Levitating water. I think he sent something here, and that's like gone there. Check the evidence. Or check the evidence. Andrew Johnson, check the evidence. It might be here somewhere. Okay, so I have no idea. I'm gonna go to my sent stuff here. Maybe it's my sent emails. How do I send stuff here? I sent it to John. Where is? I'm into Andrew. Yeah, this one here. Was it here somewhere? No, Andrew experiments. Oh, video John Hutchison. No. Okay, I can't believe I can't find it. Andrew. Okay, let's see if I send it to him. Yeah, okay, this one here. Yeah, Andrew Johnson, he literally said, many thanks for posting this. Great quality footage, and your chosen ending is so appropriate. Yeah, this is the Hutchinson Effect compilation footage, and I basically told him, here's all the links, you can download and re-upload as you wish, and so on. And this is what the ending was when John Hudson says directed energy, biggest thing going, and that the government already can do a bunch of stuff there, and so on. Okay. That's what I was telling you when I first commented about Satanism, man. That's all connected to that. Yeah, definitely. Because again, these Satanists are big on big NWO people. So anyways, guys, let's go back here. Okay, we'll go. Okay, we have 30 minutes. I'm gonna power through. You sent a whole bunch of stuff here. Again, I'm not a text person. I like literally. I avoid reading. I just like use a text to speech listener. So to show you what I do, because I was reading a lot before, and then my eyes were hurting. So now what I do, the way I read is this. I copy this, for example, and I would go, let's say somewhere like I would go to like peaked right here. I'll show you how I read, because I'm not a reading person. I like see images. I put this right here. And so here's the messages you sent here. And then I would just like literally just use my text to speech. I'm going to play it. And then look at the speed I played at.
EY, it occurs to me where I have this problem where I just assume everyone sees what I see when I look at something. LMAO, I sent the first schematic to...
Okay, anyways, that's me listening. That's me reading. So I could see it and listen to it like rapidly. Because my eyes were hurting back then. I didn't want to get glasses. So anyways, read some of this. Okay, this was the this setup there. But I think you sent something else when I sent... by joining the stream there. Oh yeah, you said schematics. Let me know if you want to share those schematics about the your gravity stuff. And then this is first of all, then you pick the mag right here. Okay, this is a pick the mag software. This is a unified field. Where did you put this one here? I'm gonna save this. Did I say this already here? I'm gonna go into other extra resources. Yeah, and this is I think unified field theory. Okay, this is unified field theory. I'm gonna save this right here. So another thing is we need to like have a just organized setup of discussions because it's all over the place. Unified field theory. See what this is here. Equations. Okay. So anyways, consciousness. Basically, a lot of people are worse than robots because robots, you can tell it don't do this and it will never do it. Humans will just do whatever is well, but again, it's like conditioning for years and years, and like forced to do that through a lot of like pressure to maintain to follow the mainstream, and like pay taxes and all that, and work for a living and so on. Ashton Forbes also proved that the film was correct about the image related to. And Ashton Forbes is a clown. Okay, well, which film? Ashton is a liar and grifter and clown and disinfo agent. Please don't ever bring him up. Don't ever bring him up. Okay, anyways, that one is relevant to our discussion today. Okay, yeah, definitely. I'm gonna go and where did it, trust God unify theory. Okay, another part is like if you make modifications and so on. Okay, this is you actually made it in paper format. Okay, epic stuff. Looks all professional. Let's just grad unified field equation TUFE. You actually provide documents. But again, yeah, no, I know, but you have to go. Film was correct. No, but you said the film is correct. The film is wrong. The film is fake. Film is fake. Okay. Yeah, if you have technology like documents on it, reference the papers, but don't mention Ashton. Yeah, but don't. Yeah. Reference it, but don't reference the papers, but don't assume. Yeah. Or let's say reference papers, but know that Ashton and Mitch Trevor is a psyop. So again, he can provide real info. He can refer to he can provide documents referred, but or they don't refer directly to it. I think they just like refer like about it. But again. Know that Ashton is a psyop. Animation 270, it's like he is a giant utter clown. Okay, so in other words, never say Ashton is right about prove the was correct. You said the film was correct. No, the film is fake. The film was fake. Film is fake. Okay. Anyways, stop wasting my time. By I've gone this over many times. Ashton Forbes, please don't. I agree with all that about Ashton. He's providing document evidence, but I agree. No, he's a liar. The videos are fake, okay? The videos are fake. He's lying about the videos. The videos are fake, okay? Okay, you're going to put a timeout if you state one more thing that he's providing real evidence about the videos. The videos are fake. This is not a debate. Yeah, this is not a debate. If you pretend... Okay, you'll get muted otherwise. So again, Ashton is a liar and scumbag to the highest order. Okay, this is not a debate. He'll get muted. Yeah, just you can talk about this stuff, but do not talk about the video. He has evidence of the videos. The videos are fake. The videos are literally just fake, and fake. And here's our playlist here. In every single fashion, he's fake. No, he's not just grifter. The videos are fake. The videos are fake. Okay, I keep telling you, stop. Okay, no, like the videos are fake. Okay, you can talk about the technology, but also he makes a mockery of the technology. If the technology exists, if they do, he's making an absolute mockery of the technology. Now you have literally entire channels like just trashing him. If you go to Ashton Forbes, he's making the entire conspiracy movement look like an absolute clown show. It's only Ashton Forbes showing up. Why is Ashton Forbes? Okay, Professor Dave explains here it's a grifting fraud. As we're here, 287,000. So this is a mainstream debunker guy, literally destroying him. But he also attacks all conspiracy people as basically the subcontext. Basically, conspiracies are wrong because this guy is a complete and utter grifter and liar and scumbag. Okay, anyways. So please don't bring him up. Don't bring him up. You could talk about technology. In other words, reference the paper itself. Don't bring him up. It's just too much nonsense. Okay. Anyways, let's go back here. Okay. So the paper right here. Okay. So this is the part we're dealing with consciousness. Okay. So unified field equation. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna feed this in. Okay. Unified field based on unifying gravitational, electromagnetic, quantum. Okay. So this is Drew Truscott. He's in the chat a lot and. So his the Truscott Unified Field Theory, a conscious framework for physical reality. Drew M. Truscott. Yeah, and this part here. So this paper introduces the Truscott Unified Field Equation, TUFE, a field-based model unifying gravitational, electromagnetic, and quantum behaviors within a system responsive to consciousness. All right. Unlike classical field theories, TUFE includes a term representing the field's adaptive interaction with awareness. Okay, this is some epic stuff here. Positing that wave function collapse and energy dynamics emerge not solely from measurement, but from intentional observation by a conscious actor. This framework suggests that the field is both sentient and reactive, collapsing into reality when engaged by awareness. Interesting. So now the other question is like, how are we gonna test this out? We're just gonna stare at a wall and see if we can turn it to dust. All right. Again, like I was saying, this is beyond my. Okay, this is paper. I think this is your draft right now, or is this the next steps? Derivation of modified metrics in it, and so on. And okay, so again, I think, but also I want to make another point about. Yeah, so you had a lot of this triaxial electromagnetic field reactor, and let me know if you want to share that document you sent. You said you sent to actual Boeing. So again, going back further, we have like 23 minutes left. I just want to go here. So this is the diagram here. So you said that you need there's some issues with this. See what the issues was. It's actually pretty okay. Here's the thing. I noticed this executable is completely incompatible with web interface. I was trying to see if I could pull the whole thing into a web page for you. Worst case, having a background process. Yeah. So I can host it on my own. Like I have hosting. I pay for hosting. So Drew, if you're still in the chat, yeah, there it is. I'll retest technically. Interesting. On Greener's EVO show, they praised Reese's number of research papers he submitted. Interesting. Yeah. So again, yeah, Greener. It's like the main reason I'm nice to him is because he knows about 9/11, he at least acknowledges it, and John Hudson is he acknowledges John Hudson, and John Hudson likes him a lot, and also he's on my show, so I don't want to say anything bad about Bob Greener, but I just don't like the people he interacts with, like alien scientists and Ashton Forbes. Those are no-go people, so I don't know what's up. And interesting, Bob Greener is I think his grandpa or something was a Freemason, a 33 degree or something, 32 or something. Anyways, nonetheless, Bob is doing good. And I shared I actually retweeted a post he did about the Gene Manning. I think that's where I got it from. I think that's where I got the Gene Manning photo of. It won't work even with the source code. It has to be rebuilt for web interface. And okay, yeah, that is interesting. Okay, but I shared this one right here. So this is Martin Fletch Memorial Project, Bob Greener, ether or 0 point. What do you say when, etc. And this is praising. This is an article from Gene Manning, And he says, if you do nothing else today, absolutely read this post from Jean Manning. Only a writer of her caliber with her life experience could have shared a photo of John Hutchison, Dr. Hal Puthoff, Colonel Tom Bearden, and Dr. Arnold Aspden standing alongside Jim Carrey at an energy conference. She's the only person I know that could share a personal email from Colonel Tom Bearden discussing the precise difference between zero-point energy and energy from the vacuum. Subscribe to. I think we will all benefit with more of her experiences. So anyways, there is... and he sends an article to that. So again, epic stuff there. So this is what I mean. So it's like, yeah. So I don't want to say anything bad about Bob Greener, even though he's interacting with some of the shady characters like Ashton Flowers. But nonetheless, I do what it's given to me and so on. So we can also work together. Alien Sinus with an Alvin Revisionist. Yeah, definitely check out his links. Alien Sinus is just. Only thing keeping me watching Greer is John Hudson. Greer, interesting. Is John Greer? I mean Richard Greer. Richard Greer. What's he have to do with John Hudson? It won't. Okay, so this is the thing that says won't work. Have you tried asking Grok AI or ChatGPT and so on? So I like Grok, so I can rebuild it from scratch, but that's pretty big. So I'm gonna do this quickly. I'm gonna go Grok. I'm gonna close some stuff. Okay, we're on Grok right here. Okay, I'm gonna go Grok. I'm gonna send Pictomag. Okay, so and basically I need to make this into, so this needs to be in there, and then you have the code. I think, like, yeah, definitely. If you can make it from starting the bottom up, the science is legitimate. During research, we actually saw metal teleport. Interesting. Actually saw a teleport. Yeah, the science legitimate. Yeah, but anyways, the science can be legitimate. But and is there a video? Can you clip that video of the metal teleporting? Greener. Sorry, I'm driving. Okay, interesting. Yeah. So yeah. Yeah, this one should be... anyways, so if you're able to do it, Drew, you don't, like, take your time. Yeah, take your time, Drew, on it. Yeah, take your time. If you can just do it slowly, it'd be absolutely epic. I'll make it like a web page for it. MES-links.magnet. Yeah, I'll just call it magnet. And then I'll make a page right here, and if you need anything, let me know. And I'll put it on there. Okay, I'll just write here. Alright, thanks. If you need anything like hosting, etc., let me know. And take your... I'll put it here for reference. And take your time on it. Will be epic. Epic when it's done. And then once it's done, the next step is to making the 3D part. The 3D one, he was working on it, but like, it doesn't work. The 3D doesn't work here for some reason. So, and then Mike Steiner said he thought it works. It didn't work, and he's like, he'll try to update it when he can, but he's busy. Have you seen John Hudson anti-gravity teleportation document, Matt? Which one? Again, anti-gravity teleportation. I've seen like little snippets maybe, but again, here at MES, he has talked about one of them seemingly teleporting, but it could be a camera issue or whatnot. But like what I'm trying to say is we need more than just little tiny hearsay. Like again, I put these experiments as the gold standard. This is the gold standard of like proving a claim. Like Darren, you're literally talking about teleportation while alluding to the MH370 being teleported with those bogus fake videos, and it's like, well, the videos are fake, and you're still that much confidence. So the thing is, yeah, the thing is, I wish I had as much confidence as you, even when being blatantly wrong. But anyways, what I'm trying to say is, the teleportation could be real, but like this is a gold standard. Make it exactly like this. Like I can't stress this enough. Make it like this. Make it in a way that there's no debate. There's literally a video, step by step, exactly how it's done, and it's done. There's no more questions about it. There's no more debate. There's no more muting comments nonstop because you keep spamming. Anyways, and I'm gonna close some stuff. We have 17 minutes. What else we have in the show? And yeah, all right. Yeah, I was gonna say the pick to mag setup here. I'm gonna see if I can do. How do I make this magnetic field software as a interactive website? Let's see what Grok says and so on. And you can also do deep search and so on. Transform, visualize. You need to adapt its core for web-based execution while maintaining its user-friendly educational focus below step by step. So here's step by step. choosing technology stack, front end stack, canvas drawing library, backend for computations, WebAssembly, Node.js. To have use a Node.js server. I think we have something, but anyways, up to you. Negative charge, canvas drawing. Okay, so here's step-by-step documentation. Embed a port D computation logic. Robert Knutz. Yeah, I think he mentioned that before. But again, here at MES, it's like even if those are all real, we need to have some sort of. Oh, it's offer a free version. And I'll just put ads on it and so on. If it makes money, so be it. If it doesn't, so be it. Okay, yeah, send it to me. Did you put it on the Discord, or where are you putting it? If it's relevant to today's discussion, put it here. If it's relevant to that stuff you're getting attacked by, put it in the Discord. If it's relevant here, put it here. Like, I don't know what you're saying. But if you're on Discord. Okay, going back here. Okay, I'm going to send this to you. This is example workflow, resources, fabric, DHS, offering it free. Okay, so there's this part. My confidence nothing to do with it. Yeah, no, I know, but you have to watch my videos and acknowledge the videos are fake. Acknowledge they are fake. Not if they acknowledge they are fake. Yeah, or just don't pretend like they're anything but fake. Like they're just fake. I had literally the creator in there. Okay, there's the grok if you need. I sent that to you, Drew. My confidence nothing to do with the video. So where's the confidence coming from? And how do I bottle up and drink it? How do you monetize this confidence? Alright, I'm gonna stand up again. Alright, I think it's sunny now finally. It was like raining forever. Alright, 1 second. Whoops. Alright, we have 15 minutes. I'll keep going with the consciousness stuff. Again, I'm still trying to wrap our head around the paper that Drew has there, and the other stuff. I think I should save it somewhere here. Okay, I'm gonna go here. Okay, and then I think I have the Google Drive. Looking at the other options, web interface, coding, and making the UI from scratch is probably the best way. Yeah, definitely, because you have that like calculations code. I think it should be straightforward. Because there should be a lot of ways there. For example, like I'll show you one example of an online one that is like absolutely amazing. Well, there's a couple ones. So just to illustrate, you could probably even copy these guys. Start closing some stuff here. Okay, I'm gonna close some stuff. Okay, and okay, this is your theories. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of stuff here. But again, it needs to be. Yeah, because again, I think you're way ahead. And let me know if I can show that paper you were gonna send to Lockheed Martin about the gravity device thingy. Oh, Telegram. Okay, so where do you send on Telegram? Yeah, but put it in the comments right here. Okay, so I otherwise have to go open in the. Okay, you put it here. And the government signed this letter about my friend John Hutchison and his discoveries. It's kind of like sophisticated experiments, I believe, to demonstrate existence. Robert Kuntz, yeah. As apparently discovered existence of other exotic effects, would say only in the realm of science fiction. Yeah, possibly some kind of teleportation. Yeah, so this one I think is some of the stuff disappeared, and so on. Yeah, John believes that it disappeared. It connects sophisticated experiments. No, I know he has told me that, but it's like there's one thing of telling it, and then the other part of like, well, maybe something happened, maybe it turned to dust, maybe it actually hit somewhere else or went in the sky. Because John's most of the time he's not looking at it, and he's looking away from it. Experimental nuclear physics, Bob's research, yeah. But anyways, what I'm trying to say is like, yeah, like a lot of stuff can be real, but the thing is, there's a difference between real and then provably real. Provably real is like you look at my experiments, copy that. Copy my setup, like that's, and if you have something that's really good, I'll upload it here. And that's nothing. Also for you, Drew. These experiments aren't just mine. I didn't plan to show LH gravity. Yeah, no worries. I show them battery and capacitor. Okay, so that's understand. I've been watching Bob videos and I've seen enough. But again, I literally just told you I don't care if it's true or not. If you can't prove it, then what's the point? Okay, yeah, I know there's a statement there, and it's like, how do we go forward? Okay, so it's real. Yeah, okay, what next? Okay, like you're just repeating yourself and spamming the comments. Anyways, just don't spam the comments. Understand what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say is, if you like, these experiments aren't just all mine. Some of these are just from the mainstream guy. This is from the Action Lab. I take it from whoever. This is from Einol Dinu. This is from Dr. Irvin Moon, and so on. So if you have an experiment that proves a point and it's pretty epic, and you make it in a way, or just film it, I'll put it in a way that looks very good. Like this was Paul Mueller did these experiments. So the last two were Paul Mueller. I'll put them here. So again, I can't stress enough. If you have something that we can prove, film it, experiment it, and send it. I care about the experiment. Like this right here, to me, this one here, for example, like any one of these, this one, magnet falling down slower in repulsion, is more important than you, Darren, saying that teleportation is real, but having no proof of it. All right, this is more important. Like this is actual proof of it. Okay, so even if teleportation is real, but like show something. There's a letter. John Witness said, yeah, okay, there's a witness statement, but again, how do I prove that? All right, it's like this is a physical demonstration of it. So if you can teleport something, send it over, and I'll post it. So again, here at MES, I just want practical stuff. So again, this letter is not proof. This letter is it's like it shows possibility. Yeah, it's probably real, or in some way real. But again, it's based on belief. Anti-gravity experiment scientist, and you spell scientist letter wrong. Scientist. Well, my friend John had sent discoveries. I know no physicist laboratory in the world even conducted an experiment of this kind. Yeah, so teleportation and so on. Yeah, so definitely could be there. Apparently discovered the existence of other exotics. But again, John says, yeah, it disappeared, but a lot of times he wasn't looking at it. You need to equate that plasma reaction out of sacred geometry. But again, it's not me you need to do it. Because if I have time, I'll look into it. But also you need to do, compared to sacred geometry and so on. And like actually make it in a compact little video here. Anyways, we have 10 minutes and so on. I'm going to go back here. All over the place again. See what else we had in the show right here. Okay, so yeah, so let me know how it goes, Drew, on this production of this one here. So like this one right here, this is something. This is a physical thing we can actually like play around with. This is the isopotential lines, a magnetic field simulator, but magnetic line. And this one is actually. So you actually made this one here. That's amazing. But notice it's always like the shape. So you made it with interlocking magnets in a spiral shape. It's amazing stuff. Okay, no, that's actually amazing. It's probably time to let it out. Yeah, so I'll have a look at your thing. Yeah, so again, here at MES, Lockheed Martin. Yeah, so it's like make things public. They already have their own secrets, and so I didn't want to make it public. But I want to show this quickly about the isopotential lines. So the pick the mag, and then if you go to I think MES physics. So no, this is what I'm saying. Sure, during plasma research, we're seeing this in the plasma collapse. Yeah, no, but anyways, show me the video. Show me the timestamp. Show me something. You're stating with words. But there now, like one more time, I'm gonna put you in a mute. Okay, give me something. Okay, not just words. Okay, give me something. Okay, you sent an image. Yeah, I know that's good, but like we're not debating. Like we're not. There's no one arguing. I'm just telling you. Show me something. It's like you have to realize you're stating massive claims, yet it's like, okay, you're saying that you witness a mechanism of plasma collapse. Where is it? And I already showed you. Well, actually, I'm not sure if you were here, but I showed that there's a ball lightning found, like literally, like today, or no, 5 days ago. It was this one here. Where's the ball lightning? Literally, ball lightning in the mainstream news.
What is it? It's going for a long time.
A ball of light hovers over a field.
Looks like a fireball, but not really. It's the wrong color.
And this couple from Rich Valley, Alberta, was mesmerized.
After a rather vicious lightning strike
west of Edmonton by Ed and Melinda Party. It shows the ball of light for about 20 seconds before it disintegrates. They were under a tornado watch.
All right. There it collapsed. So again, this is evidence. And I'm saying plasma research. We've seen this plasma collapse, the mechanism of teleportation. Well, this is a collapse right there. This is a plasma collapse. This is footage. This is something. All right. Regular MFT has also suffered a lot of MK Ultra. I don't think he realizes what you're trying to communicate with him. Yeah, no, but yeah, if you can help. Well, otherwise, put him in a mute. Like, because you realize he's also taking up a lot of this space on there. What I'm trying to say is this is something. This is a collapse of plasma mumbo jumbo. If that's teleportation or whatnot, but regardless what it is, this is something. All right, this is something I'm grasping. What's the wormhole video I just sent you? You need to do research, watch it because it explains the mechanism. You didn't send me any wormhole video. Anyways, Darren, please just calm down. I don't have time for this nonsense. Oh, this one right here, wormhole. Okay, where's the wormhole video? Let's see. There's 2 hours 47 minutes. Where is it? Like I don't have time for this. But this is like a math Q&A stuff here. And where is the wormhole video? There's just 2 hours. Where's the timestamp? Is it a little quick one? Like this is a video.
Wants to live forever.
Okay, there's Bob Gardner singing. You need to do research, watch it because Bob explains the mechanism and shows his evidence left behind. Teleportation. And again, it's like, okay, anyways, we can look at that. Let me know the timestamps and so on. Again, you're not watching a 2 hour 47 minutes video in 6 minutes. And again, this is evidence. I don't know what's wrong with people. This is evidence. This is evidence, okay? This is something. So in other words, tell me the time clip of it. What's the before and after? Make it a little post and so on. Anyways, just calm down. Okay. Oh yeah, going back here. Okay, going back to physics. We're right here. This is for Drew for the exponential lines. And then if we have some time, we'll show the
an electric current through a.
Anyways, guys, we have 5 minutes left. I'm all over the place. Unless you guys have actual questions, as opposed to just making statements like they're make actual point. Right here's a magnetic field viewer. So here's something cool that can help you, Drew. I'm gonna go to Drew right here. This one, I'm not sure if you've seen this one. This is from my physics one. You could drop a thingy right here. So these ones already have it. So maybe if you're able to, like, instead of putting the lines there, it puts equal points. So you can just copy this, and it should be open source, I'm assuming. Options, full screen, about, let's see. Okay, so it is copyright. 2016, so I haven't checked it. Third-party credit. So if you can maybe just steal this and do whatever, and you can drop stuff here. So if you could make something like this, that'd be cool. And then instead of showing the actual charge lines, you just show the isopotential lines. So that'd be cool. And so on, sensors. And you could put a sensor right here, and it shows you the direction where it's going there. That's cool. But anyways, this is cool stuff. Okay. So that's that part. And yeah, so I'll send that one. And then I think there's another one that I had before. MS Physics. And I think it was just that one. Okay, just that one. Just the idea. Alright, so we have this and that. And I'm going to go back into this part here. I think you sent this right here. So what do you think is the significance of spiral orientation of the magnets that create such an interesting field? That's very interesting. Oh yeah, but the other part, how does it look like normally? Yeah, this one's, so you created this epic field there. But it looks like it already though. It looks just like a regular magnet though. Even though this looks all cool, I think it looks the same thing. So you can go, I think I had to pick to mag. I think I had the same thing. You can do the same thing. Let's just run it already, a field calc. Even though it looks like that, I think it's generally the same shape, I think. I'm going to move it over. Okay, we're going to make it, I think, start lines. Let's go, create drawing. North is here. North cube, let's draw here. Okay, I'm going to draw a north cube. And I'm going to draw south. I'm going to make it like here. I think it should be the same thing. Because it's just north and that. It should be the same. We're going to run vector plot. Oh, Tanya. How is Rhonda checking in from my invite from Tammy? Okay, Tanya. Are you the flat earth person? I think she mentioned someone wanted to be on my stream to learn about debunking flat earth. But anyways, hi, Tanya. Oh, I mean, hi, Rhonda. So your name is Rhonda or Tanya? Okay, so this is Tanya is saying hi. This is Rhonda checking in from Tammy. All right, so we got names. Yeah, so this one, this shape right here, I think it's the same thing. So this is just a magnet. So even though it's spiral around, it forms the same thing as a magnet. How do I zoom in there? Can't zoom in. So yes, I think it's the same thing as a magnet. So I'm gonna go right here, screenshot it because I noticed the shape is always a magnet. So that's just a side magnet. So even though the spirals, you made a spiral, it's still a magnet. It's still just a normal magnet. I mean, it's just a magnet at an angle like that. So there's nothing special about it in my, but nonetheless, I think the special part is that it's still the same thing. So that's a cool thing. It's still similar, even though it's not. Okay, Tanya, Rhonda on Tanya's phone. Okay. Oh, Tanya's. Okay, so now so this is Rhonda using Tanya's phone. Invited from Tammy. Okay, so let's go. Okay, how are you? And we're about to end the stream, and you're joining just about. I was about to end it. Yes, here's Tanya just passed. Oh, Tanya just passed. I wonder if it would have a different observable effects. Yeah, definitely. This is where it's like the experiments. It's like I keep telling people like experiments. This is one issue with like most people is like they just in the alt media or any media mainstream they just go with whatever the mainstream like Wikipedia says, and then the alt media it's like they just say words. It's like just put it together, please. Draft. So like I've done some experiments. I was doing some testing with dropping magnets south versus north and so on. I think I did something like that before. Again, just to illustrate, this is one of the flat Earth ones I was doing, debunking flat Earth, mountain shadow on clouds and so on. But again, I'm trying to emphasize 1,122 videos. So experiment, guys. Experiment. And in the words of the Action Lab guy, who's again I think it's probably a gatekeeper, but nonetheless, experiments are everything. Going back here, this is me dealing with gyroscopes, different types of gyroscopes, fidget spinners, and before I think I had some magnets. Okay, I'm gonna go right here. I'm gonna go to my dashboard, and just go straight into the content. I think I had something here, magnets. Okay, let's see how much draft experience I had on magnets. Magnet, okay, this was these interactive magnet setup here. This one's probably the coolest magnet setup here. I did. Okay, there's a whole bunch of magnets on the undrafted setup there. Spinning top, jar top. Okay, there's 145 videos on magnets, and so on. But this one is if you haven't seen this one, whatever you're doing, if you're a magnet guy, stop and watch this and then try to wrap your head around like even basic magnets. It's just this is ridiculous. Someone actually uploaded this entire video on their channel, and I had a copyright claim. There's a copyright claim, but I just let it go. No, like YouTube gave me notification that someone used it all. I'm like, it's all good. You guys can use any of my videos, upload it and so on. But definitely watch this one if you have any time. Watch this and realize like nothing makes sense. Magnets,
steel on the left.
And even when I say magnet, where's the North Pole and South Pole? It's like they only attach to the edge for some reason. Some of them. I love magnets. Okay, Tanya, Rhonda, watch this one. Watch this, Rhonda. Watch this video on your own leash. I'm gonna end the stream and so on. And let's go back here. I'm attracted to magnets. Okay, so let's go. It's attracted magnets. This one is like I didn't even make it a conclusion. I just said demonstrate some very interesting observations of permanent magnets and unmagnetized steel when placed in a large magnet. Small magnets tend to move to the center of a magnet, but when lifted, they suddenly move to the edge. Small magnetized steel balls and screws tend to move to the edge of the magnet when placed and lifted. So, yeah, I'll just illustrate right here. Here's the magnet. Let's go right. Let's just see some of it right here.
Unmagnetized steel on the left and magnets on the right.
So there's an unmagnetized steel, magnets.
The right. Magnetic ball tends to roll to the center of the magnet.
So it's going to the center for some reason. Okay.
Magnetic ball moves to...
So this is where it's like super weird. Okay, so it's like it goes to the center. It goes to the center, but when I pick it up, it goes to the edge.
Magnetic ball moves to the edge of the magnet when lifted.
So it's like, why is it going to the edge? It's attracted to the center, but you're pulling it away, it goes to the edge and lifts it from the edge. All right? So it's like, what is happening? All right, so this is, I think isopotential lines might explain this. That's where the isopotential lines, if we had a software online, would be absolutely amazing. Yeah, Action Lab is a keeper, yeah, definitely, because he shows experiments, regardless of what he's saying, the experiment is an experiment. Okay, again, this
unmagnetized steel ball tends to move to the edge of the magnet.
Okay, so in this one, magnetized steel ball goes to the edge, not the center. So if I push it to the center, it goes to the edge. But when I pick it up, it just goes to the edge.
The steel ball can be placed in the center of the magnet, but it is not stable.
I can place it, but it's not. Once you nudge it, it will go. Oh, yeah, wait. I think I put it.
The steel ball moves to the edge of the magnet when lifted.
Okay. So again, these are experiments, guys. These show her the gyroscope videos. Oh well, just go and see them. I have a few minutes left. I'll send her the link to them. I'll play one of them. I just want to play this right here because this is like this one here is just interesting. This is the title. These are interesting, and I have no idea what they're doing. Once settled to place its best balance, then it moves to the strongest point. When it tries to pull away, the ISO lines would show this. Yeah, that's the thing. That I think ISO lines would show this. But again, so it goes to the strong point.
Large magnetic ball tends to roll to the center of the magnet.
So large ball goes to the center, but when you pick it up, it also goes to the center. Well, watch. So it's like
large magnetic ball moves to the center of the magnet even when lifted.
So if you have but here's the thing where it can make us thrown out of whack. So now it's like, if it's a large magnet ball, I can pick it from the center. I can't pick it from the edge. But if it's a small one, I can pick it from the edge, but not the center. So it's like, I don't know what's going on anymore. All right, okay. So a large one does that. And now here's a unmagnetized steel bit. Remember, unmagnetized steel goes to the edge when you lift it. Now it goes to the center.
Large unmagnetized steel bolt tends to move to the center of the magnet even when lifted.
So this is the opposite. The small screw goes to the side and lifts on the side. Now it goes to the center and lifts on the center. Like, what is happening? Okay, I have no idea what's happening, guys. Anyways, yeah, this is fascinating stuff. I literally do not know what's happening.
Additional experiments. Cylinder magnet tends to move to the center of the magnet in a vertical orientation. Cylinder magnet moves to the edge of the magnet when lifted.
So it's like different types of magnets does different stuff, but I think isopotential lines will probably help explain some of it.
Pushing the cylinder magnet away causes it to flip back vertically towards the center. When laying flat, the cylinder magnet wants to keep the opposite pole in the center and like pole on the edge. When laying flat, pushing the cylinder magnet past the center can make it launch away.
I'm gonna launch it. And it launched away somehow. Seems that when two field producers are put together, yeah, something magic it's all just all over the place. It depends on the size of the object.
Small unmagnetized steel screw tends to move to the edge of the magnet.
So it goes to the edge. This is unmagnetized steel.
Now when placed near the center, the small screw stands at an angle.
Yeah, notice the angle.
The small screw moves to the edge of the magnet when lifted.
Okay, the going to the edge part, that's very, very interesting.
Tiny unmagnetized steel screw tends to stand at an angle when placed near the center of the magnet.
So this one's an interesting
When
part.
lifted, the tiny screw also moves to the edge of the magnet.
Yeah, this tiny screw does similar to that other screw.
The screw becomes more vertical as it gets closer to the center of the magnet.
Yeah, no, so it's like
Note
bending.
the angle of the screw is away from the center of the magnet.
Yes, keep that in mind. It's going away from the center. Now, if you put a tiny magnet to it, watch what happens.
A tiny magnet balances at an angle when near the edge of the larger magnet. The angle.
So this one, this one is aiming towards the center. This one's aiming away from the center. So you can. These aren't aiming the same way. These are aiming opposite directions, even though it looks the same.
Tiny magnet is towards the center and flattens out as it approaches.
Yeah, notice that it flattens out when it touches here. This one straightens out when it goes here.
Center. The tiny magnet tends to move to and along the edge of the larger magnet.
Yeah, it just goes on the edge, and look how it's lined up. But if you go, once you go to the edge, it just wants to fly up to the edge again. But if you push it to the center, it goes.
The tiny screw and tiny magnet balance in opposite positions and angles. Tiny screw balances near center at an angle away from center. Tiny magnet balances near edge at an angle toward center. Tiny screw flattens out when moved near edge. Tiny magnet flattens out when moved near center.
Yeah, so it's the opposites somehow. Alright. And then the other one, obviously you have to watch is the Eric Lathwaite one, which is, since we're on this, I'm going to put this right here. Anyways, I'm going to just power through a tiny bit more quickly. It's over, we're past the limit, but we're on a peak experiments. Actually, I'll go to IG, Instagram maybe. I'm going to go Instagram. It was the most viewed video. Instagram, no, not on Instagram, TikTok. So my most viewed video on TikTok is the air collector. Wait, this is experiment something. Oh, this one here. Experiment 34. This is bananas.
But then, you know, you always get into difficulties when you try to explain the behavior of permanent magnets. Let me show you what I mean. I'm going to use 2 bar magnets, and first of all, I place them with like poles opposite. So, of course, they repel each other. If I put a bit of steel now on the pole of that magnet, I don't change the polarity of it by just doing that. If that was a north pole before, then the outside of the steel will still be a north pole, and so it should still repel the other magnet.
Right.
Shouldn't it?
So magnets and repulsion stick together. So I might try this if I can't use the epoxy glue. So this sticks to it even though they're in different, these are in repulsion. But is it unmagnetized steel?
Surprise, surprise. Now in that condition, both magnets are pulling on the steel outwards. They're trying to split it in half. Let's give them the opportunity to do that by making it a double piece of steel. Now when I release my fingers, will they in fact succeed in pulling it in half? They do. Now here's a situation, isn't it? In that condition, they just don't want to know each other. But with only a single piece of steel, both magnets are quite happy to attach themselves to it. I told you permanent magnets were going to be difficult, but believe me, there's worse to follow. Suppose I take an unmagnetized steel ball and an unmagnetized bit of steel. I'm going to put the steel ball on the magnet pole. As I approach it and touch it with the unmagnetized bit, I can always succeed in bringing the ball away with the unmagnetized piece.
All right, so these are unmagnetized, and then this is a magnet. You could pull it away using the steel. You can pull this away. This is not a magnet. This is not a magnet. It can pull it away.
If I put a bit of cardboard in between magnet and ball to begin with, you can actually see the ball jump away from the magnet.
All right.
Now I'm going to suggest that an explanation of these phenomena using the pole concept would be very difficult indeed.
Okay, interesting. Drew says, does demonstration of consciousness know the preference of a position or state to regard a certain condition? In this case, it was a preference for alignment with isosplit light lines. I'm not 100% sure. I just need to. I think it's like. I think we need to demonstrate. First, I need to draw the iso lines. I'm a more of a. I think. Yeah, it could be, but I think the main thing is draw the iso lines and then see what actually happens. So I like seeing things, like because I realize a lot of times when we think stuff and then put it in practice, are completely different. Okay, so Tammy says Rhonda wants to sign up for a Hive with your assistance. Yeah, so I think the best way to sign up for Hive. Does she have an X account? If she has an X account, I'm gonna make a video on how to make Hive account. There's multiple ways of making the X account. I think one of them is the Hive keychain. I'm trying to see what's the best way. If she has an X account, just use it. Just go and make one directly with this. I'm gonna sign out. I'm gonna go referral. Use my referral right here is the best. This is the if you have an X account, use this. I've made 50 cents so far on people. No, $1.63. But anyways, if you don't have click create a Hive account. This is the best way. Or you can also sign up with Google or X if you want a light account. So you can sign up there. But the thing is, you can't sign if you have these. You can't sign in with the on the other accounts. But create a Hive account, and then if you have a telephone or a method right here. So X account. So you can pick. Let's go 1, 2, 3. And then you can go and then download keys. So if you use this one, you'll get free. Like you can create a free one, but you use verification code. Otherwise, you could send me an email. So create. I'll put it right here. If Rhonda. Oh, she has none of those things. Okay, she has none of those things. So the best way I'll have to create it for you. So you could sign up with Keystore. That's one way to download it. I'm just trying to think what's the best way for now. Okay, so I think maybe you could try to set up with Keystore once you use to sign it in Leo's blockchain. I think you probably do. Can you sign up with a Keystore? Would that be right away? Okay, so I'm gonna tell you. I haven't done this one before, but you can create one with Keystore right here, and then you'll be able to sign up to InLeo with it. So you can just try this one first. Otherwise, you send him an email. Solid turning liquid gas to banana heat. That's terrible state. Testable state showing preference in matter. Interesting. She's okay. She's a writer, and yeah, because the thing is, it's like I'm trying to think what's the best way. Because like, the best way is I can just create an account for you, and send it to you. I'm gonna go peeked. What is the best way? Yeah, because I'm gonna make a video on this. But I think best way I'll just create it for her, like I did for you. Then you can change it up and so on. So, send me an email. Does she have an email? Send me an email, and I'll send her the account. And I can make one right now. Just tell me the I think the easiest one is this one here. Just make an account. I'll go to wallet. Create account. Create account right here, and tell me the username. So just tell her to send me an email, contact at MES.fm, and then later she can change her own passwords as she understands how to do it. But basically, new account username. What's the username that she wants? And then the username you can go Rhonda, whatever, just, and email, yeah, and tell me username. There should be another way to make an account. I think that was verified. But anyways, and then I'll just do the I'll make an account for you, because the thing is with Hive, there's no central company, so it's like someone needs to pay 3 Hive to make it, or resource credit. So like I can make right now. I can claim 1,370 accounts, because I always claim these tokens, claim multiple tokens. So I'll claim 7 right now. I'm gonna confirm. So now so now I can claim even more. So anyways, I can create. So basically, someone needs to create an account for you. Either they pay, or they can claim using these resource credits. It's like a video game. Anyways, tell me username, and I'll create you an account, and I'll send it to you. I send my email. Okay, and Robert Morningstar. What is this guy here? Oh, AI is becoming a religion. Yeah, that is true. AI is taking over. Okay, this is someone sending John. Okay, anyways, guys, that is all for today, guys. I am losing energy. This is a quick live stream. We've gone over the 12-hour mark. I'm at the 12 o'clock mark. Okay, guys, that is all for today. And I'll go over the stuff and so on. We'll go over some more of the consciousness stuff as we go through and so on. And again, try to like get like your questions and stuff, technical stuff in here in a easy manner for just me to gather and so on. So basically, do the work. Put it in a digestible way, like the setup I have here, experiments. Again, this is the gold standard. It's like you want people to grasp what you're saying. This is the gold standard. No more, no less. All right. If it's too much, yeah, this is the gold standard where the sentence, the title matches the video, and there's nothing else to it. And also, yeah, the gyroscope. I think she wanted to see a gyro video. Here's a gyro video. This is the go-to video to illustrate 2 things at once with a time lapse. Yeah, there's Tanya. And then here's the video that you wanted to see, gyro. Okay, this is... The gyroscope on the left is 62 degrees below the vertical position. The gyroscope on the right is 2 degrees below the horizontal position and has a counterweight. So this counterweight is like roughly equal to the same thing. It's almost... and then it's like if it goes up a tiny bit, that means this is a tiny bit heavier. But look what happens. And then I time lapse it. Whoops. Why does it do that? Okay. So here's, this one goes up, this one goes down for some reason. This was an accidental discovery. They were both accidental discoveries by me. But this one, other people knew about this. Nobody knew about this. This goes down. This one goes up. I paused it so that it goes to the peak, and the gyroscope on the left rose up on its own. The gyroscope on the right rose down while raising the counterweight up. So it was able to do work, literally lift that up. Further away. Yeah, and now the keyboard. A gyroscope further away. As further it loses. Gyroscope on the right loses spin speed. It processes further and further away. Yeah, I know this is going up and up. And yeah, and again, magic stuff. This is not supposed to happen. Nobody's okay, anyways, nobody was telling me that that's gonna happen, and it's like MES has to find it and do stuff. Okay, anyways, that's all for today, guys. I'm gonna end this stream right here and closing stuff. Okay, and we'll go through the stuff. And yeah, Drew, you take your time on the pick the mag, but it's going to be absolutely epic. It will come in handy very often. Yeah, thanks for joining. And again, I want to tell everybody, experiment, guys. Experiments take over everything. And anyways, yeah, Tammy, yeah, thanks for again getting a Rhonda on the Hive blockchain. It'd be epic stuff. I hear you guys. Okay, Uncle Murray, let's go. Hey, Nile Vicious, Cheerios, and okay, nobody was in this one. Okay, this one, and we're closing the stuff, guys. Anything streaming 3, 2, 1, and Cheerios.